Is Joy remote?
Okay, without further ado, we'll get the meeting started. Can we get a roll call, please?
We have Chair Ganella,
Here.
Vice Chair Garten,
Here.
Board Member Anderson,
Here.
Board Member Robert,
Here.
Board Member Cheryl,
Here.
Board Member Carlos Alvarez.
Here.
And Main Street Meredith.
Here.
Hey.
Yay.
You have a point?
And we're gonna have to retrain your brain that he goes by Antonio.
Oh, okay.
And he's being polite to not
Okay.
correct you. Cool. All right, great. So to get started, are there any public comments? If anyone has public comments, you have 3 minutes to make it. Step up to the dais and make a statement. Seeing none. Any board comments? Any board?
I would like to just remind everybody that when we're on Zoom and people are having the conversations, maybe with the person next to them, it makes it very hard to hear anybody talking. So if you could try to not be talking right into your microphone, if it's a sidebar comment.
Sure, Joy. As a matter of fact, what we'll do is let's just make it a practice. If you're not speaking, please put your mic on mute and just unmute it when you're ready to speak. Okay.
Thanks.
All
I
right,
didn't
Joy.
know that they did that. The new
No.
mics.
Okay, great. Yep. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Is there any correspondence for this meeting? Any correspondence?
We have none.
Okay. For the consent calendar, first of all, can I get a motion hold on. Can we approve the minutes with the members that are here? We can,
Yes.
okay. Has everyone had a chance to see them? Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as it was posted?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
Because we're
and
doing this by teleconference, I'd recommend that we vote by roll call vote.
roll call vote?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so on the agenda, David Anderson?
Aye.
Greg Roberts?
Aye.
Celia Garton?
Aye.
Antonio Alvarez?
Aye.
Cheryl Liddell?
Aye.
And myself, Dan Ganella, aye. Okay. And can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the May 12th meeting?
I move that we approve the minutes of the May 12th meeting.
And I'll second.
Okay, so moved.
We can do a collective as long as it's just the four of you who vote, which the other two members have not attended any meetings, so would not vote.
Okay,
You
so,
all have attended the meetings that are
Yes.
listed.
so that this vote is David, Celia, Greg, and myself. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Again,
Roll call, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. David Anderson?
Aye.
Okay. Greg Roberts?
Aye.
Celia Garton?
Aye.
And myself, Dan Ganella, aye. Okay. All right.
Me. See you. Moved, I second.
Okay. Okay, on to legislative actions. The first vendor up is not here in person. It's Kettle Corn, and this is really just a vote approval for them to add shaved ice. For those of you who were here when we met with that vendor, they even told us they were going to be doing this. So we said to just come back and let us know. So they just want to add shaved ice to their booth, which has Kettle Corn. Okay. I guess there's no discussion, right?
If you would like, they have been approved through the health department and they did participate in some of our July 4th events, and their presentation is exceptional for the shaved ice.
Excellent. Okay, so can I get a motion?
I move that we add the shaved ice to Kettle Corn's booth.
And I'll second that. All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, we'll do it by a roll call vote. Cheryl Liddell,
Aye.
David Anderson,
Aye.
Greg Roberts,
Aye.
Celia Garton,
Aye.
Antonio Alvarez, myself, Dan Ganella, aye. Okay. So approved. Next up is Veronica's Creations, Arts and Crafts. Is Veronica here? Hi. Veronica is an existing vendor that's going to add scarves and hats.
Yeah.
Step to the dais and the microphone's already on. So, and if that chair is in your way, you just move it away.
I'm with Amanda, it's okay, just checking.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
I have
can
to look at it. I mean, it has all.
I think it came with the agenda email from Faith.
Wait till I can get shot. Right.
Okay, Veronica, you have 3 minutes to talk about your product and we'll ask questions and then the board will deliberate.
Hi, I'm Veronica and I'm starting a vendor at VillageFest.
Welcome back.
I wanted to stay for the summer because I really enjoy being a vendor there. I sell hand crochet scarves during the winter. So now I'm doing like a summer line of thinner scarves. So it's a longer scarf, but also it could be worn as a sarong, but a lot of the ladies mainly want a scarf.
Mhm.
So this is the sarong that you kind of wrap the
Sure.
swimming board. So then I'm taking fabric and adding it to a hat.
Okay,
I didn't bring all my hats, I apologize, but so this is how it looks, and then I have this other smaller hat, which is more popular, like a fedora. I do have some hand crochet bands that I also make, because people want to change the color of the bands.
Yep.
And this one has beach material, because it looks mainly like
Yeah.
a beach, like a
Cute.
beach hat, so. I also have a gardening hat, which is popular.
Yeah.
So these are my items that I wanted to, I have other fabrics that I just threw in that I'm working on for colors. Make my headbands. So these are my items that I wanted to add to my booth.
okay. Board, any questions?
So on the fabric, do you just buy a big bolt of fabric
Yeah,
and
and I
cut it into,
and I see,
you sew it?
and
Okay, okay,
then I make the strips.
okay, great,
Now you fringe it as well yourself?
Yes.
okay.
Can you elaborate on any other physical work that you do to the fabric?
That's about it. It's pretty simple. Just
right.
measure it, cut it.
Okay.
Just in the men's hat, please.
Yes.
Thanks.
Oh,
That's good.
it's June.
I'm not a hat wearer, but I just wanted to say.
Yeah.
I am. If you need a model, I'm here. Okay, any other questions? All right, can we get a
I
motion?
move that we allow Veronica's creations to add her cotton scarves and hats and bands.
I'll
Okay.
second it.
Okay, so moved by board member Gorton and seconded by board member Anderson. Let's take a vote. Cheryl Idell?
Hi, let's go for it.
Okay, so I think that's a yes. David Anderson?
Aye.
Okay, Greg Roberts?
Aye.
Celia Garton?
Aye,
Antonio Alvarez?
Aye.
Dan Ganoa, me, yes. Approved.
all right.
Congratulations.
Thank you for your time.
And I have to say, I love that you do a summer line. I think
Yeah.
that's really great to mix it up a little bit and
Thank you.
great. Thanks, Veronica. Okay, next up is Takaya King from Velvet Steamroller. Is Takaya here? Let's see her anyway, it's okay. All right, we'll put that on hold. Okay, next up is Louis Pacheco, King of Kettle Corn. Food service vendor. Is Louis here? Okay. Now I know this vendor is here because he's wearing a t-shirt with the name of the business. Carrie Paul, Baubles and Beauties.
Hi. We are so pleased to finally be here.
We're pleased to have you.
We are happy to have you.
Oh, no.
Like three.
Oh,
So what we are is a laser engraving small business. We are completely home-based and we do laser engraving on powder-coated water bottles and tumblers. We also offer custom designs. So customers can either come up to us, which I have an order form for them that we have streamlined. They can choose where they want the design, how they want the design, they want the name on it, and also the fonts for them to choose from. So we offer customization of their water bottles, their tumblers. They'd love to get them for gifts. They'd love to give them or keep them for themselves. And so we offer 5 different sizes. We have 40 ounces, 32 ounces.
20 ounces, 12 ounces, and a 10 ounce sippy cup.
Yep,
Which will.
and a 10-ounce sip cup, and we also have a tall skinny tumbler.
Could you pass a couple of those around?
Yes, ma'am. And they're all good for any drink, hot or cold. I do all the designing, most of the designing is done by me. And then we use 2 different lasers to make them. And we love them, we use them, our kids use them. We also offer them in bulk. We do not have a minimum bulk requirement, so we can do anywhere from 20 to 2,000. And we offer discounts for all
Yeah, it does.
teachers, military, first responders, and I think that's it. So we do offer discounts as well.
How many different patterns do you have?
245.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we.
That's our standard patterns, but then we have custom.
Mhm. And we also have just branched out into doing wood signs, so we're able to do wood signs and hang signs. And we're doing some wood earrings that I'm wearing right now, and we've also branched out into a couple wood hair clips. So we're trying to discover, we just got a new lather that can do the wood, so we're trying to discover what else we can do with it. Our booth is a complete setup of an all white easy up, white tablecloths, teal matching table squares. We've been vendors for 3-4 years now, and we were suggested to try Palm Springs.
Where else are you showing your?
We normally vend mostly Eastvale, like Inland Empire wise, so we just did City of Upland's 4th of July and the Lemon Fest. We did Lemon Fest for Upland. We've done 3 or 4 festivals for Eastvale and City of Ontario, so we did their 4th of July one, we did Easter event. And then
Rodeo.
we do the rodeos, so we did Ucaipa, Norco Fair, and we're in the December County Sheriff Rodeo too. So those are the big events, and then local ones we do like Victoria Gardens, stuff like that.
Someone's, I can hear someone.
They got it. I got it.
Okay. And are the signs on your application? Because we,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, great.
Yes, I have the signs on the application as well. And
Terrific.
we try to cover a brand or a wide variety of price range. From our earrings are $12, and our most expensive, I think, is our lean sign for $65. So, yes, sir.
The 32 ounce is $32?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm getting everything with it, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
sir.
doing great. So if you want to do custom though, there is a custom
Okay.
cost too.
Okay.
So usually a custom cost depends if you just want to do like a regular engrave like that, it'd be $5 for the front. You want your name or something back, another $5. If you want to do a picture, which is a totally different type of engrave, usually charge 10 to 15. And if you want a design that goes all the way around, like say if you want to put a bunch of them that goes all around the bottle, just depends on how many you want to do. We kind of price that out, how long it's gonna be. on
Or
the
for an organization or a company logo.
For
So
organizations,
company logos.
We do the bulk pricing, so it actually drops significantly.
So you come in a case with one engraved, it'd be 28 a bottle, that's 12 of one color. You go to 75, it comes down to about 25 a bottle.
Mhm.
You go above 100, it comes down to 23.
Yeah.
That's with your engraved. So with the special order, how does the customer get their product?
So I use text messaging 100%. So we actually write out a receipt when they come up to me. And again, I go over, I get their name, I get their phone number, and I explain to them, you'll be communicating with me by text message. Until your design is approved, I'm not making it. So until you give me that final approval, the order is gonna sit. And so I use pictures. I will use my computer screen. I'll take a picture of the design. I'll actually have a mock water bottle on it that has a design on it in the position they've said, if it's supposed to be the middle, top third, or bottom third. And it'll say, here's your mock-up. Please tell me what to change. And this customer today, he said, I don't like that font. Can you change the font? Sure. Here's your font choices. You change the font, I send you new mock-up. So I use 100% text messaging or Instagram or Facebook Messenger. And they can pay me if they change their order, they can pay using Zelle or Venmo. We accept Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, everything except for Cash App. 100% clarity with our customers. Using text messaging, I send them pictures. Once they've approved it, we make it. After we make it, I send them a picture of finished. After it's finished, I send them a picture of their shipping label. I just shipped out 7 orders today. Send them pictures of their finished water bottles, some pictures of shipping labels that have said your tracking numbers at the bottom of your shipping label.
So normally we do shipping only. We do, vending pickup too. So if we have like a weekly we go to, so if we're doing a weekly vending, then we have. A lot of people come back the next week to pick them up usually. So that brings them back to the market too, because they have to come back to pick up the order. They're gonna shop more at the market too. So if we're doing a weekly continual, we'll do that, but typically we just ship it.
Do you charge for the shipping if somebody orders it at your booth? And then let's say that they're a tourist and they're here on vacation for that week.
Yeah.
But then they want you to ship it. Do you charge them for the
Shipping
shipping?
is $12.
$12.
Okay,
A flat
Unless
rate.
it's extremely, like, if
Pretty
you want me to ship 5 of you out of state to Virginia, then I know it's gonna be more expensive.
Yeah.
So I'll tell them, hey, I'm gonna charge you 12. Right now is my base payment for shipping. Once I contact you and I tell you, hey, you give me your actual solid address, I'll go home and check it.
yeah,
If
okay.
it's a $20 difference, use that
Sure.
or Venmo to me.
And then
Okay,
you
great.
just basically sell it, Venmo it back to us for shipping.
And they
then
always
if
have
you-
the option to come and pick it up the following week if they are
Correct,
local.
yeah.
Okay,
And if
gotcha.
you
Okay.
order more water bottles, say if you order 32 ounces, then it's basically $12 and then $2 per bottle after that. So if you order 3, it's gonna be $16 or
Uh-huh.
$14, basically, depending on how many you do. And that's basically exactly what USPS or UPS charges us. We actually don't cost anymore on the shipping. We don't take anything on that.
And this is all available via a website as well, since you're doing corporate and everything, right?
We have
Correct.
Instagram.
Yeah, we have an Instagram store off of Weebly through Square, because we use Square. We
Okay.
had a website, but it's actually costing us more per month to keep it up than we're actually getting orders for it. So it's a little less for us to run a website off of Square, because that's our POS.
Yeah.
So we do it like that. So you can shop now off Instagram, which is what a bunch of people use, even though I don't particularly like Instagram, but people like going to it because it's easy and they just buy right off our website.
Do you use any other websites like Amazon or
No.
Etsy? Or
We stopped
eBay?
using Etsy because there's a lot of makers having problems with Etsy, so we got out of the Etsy game, because we were getting charged to relist everything so often,
Yeah.
but again, it was costing us more to relist and
Okay.
relist, because we have so many designs. I have to list each individual design, it's 30 cents a design, so I was paying like $150 a month just to repost.
Are you in any local retail establishments?
No.
Okay, and the wood items, I assume, are laser cut?
Yes, they're actually laser cut out. So this is actually, so this is 3 layers of 1/8" Baltic birch. So we actually cut them out and then we paint them and then she puts them together. So this is actually 3-tiered. That's why it's got the effect.
Very nice.
And this one is a 1/4" Baltic birch with a 1/8" birch overlay that she painted and put together.
I think your concept is great. I would suggest thinking about some Palm Springs centric designs. Being that there's a lot of tourists here, that might be helpful to you.
Absolutely.
And I love your signs. And why don't you make some placemats or some plate chargers?
That's an idea.
I think that would be quite unique.
We have a laser big enough to put a whole sheet of plywood in. So we just got that. We literally bought it in November. And we barely, because I had to run electrical, everything, because we worked out our home. So I had to run a brand new line to it from my breaker box, everything. So we got it set up probably about, I think it was,
December,
no, we actually started using it, I think.
January.
January,
February.
February, but that starts our best, like we did the Chinese New Year festivals. So we've been busy, like.
There's just a lot of things you can do.
Well, I'm on this
Yeah.
laser, at least 5 hours a night, just making and remaking for shows, and then she's doing this, but we're getting to learning this, so we
Yeah.
have like gone into more, we can do
But it's
formats too, you
fun.
burn them. But just.
It's really fun.
And if you really look at, there's a lot of breeze block on the homes here around town, the cement blocks that are parked out and
Mhm.
designs. That would be so popular here, oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
God. Yeah,
Even bottles that have like a
And
palm
palms.
tree and Palm Springs.
Yeah.
and, You know, it doesn't have to be
Cactus.
something, but
Yeah.
it would be good.
Yeah,
for
we
a
look
lot
at
of
doing like,
tourists.
but we can actually do full bottles of wine, we can actually engrave the wine bottles or the.
Oh, wow.
The bourbon
And
bottle,
wine,
and the whiskey
make
bottle. we
wine
can engrave
boxes,
those too.
whole wine boxes, that like they have the living hinges
Yeah,
and
yeah,
lid
yeah.
on them too. Yeah,
Wow.
we can make those too.
Well, then maybe a VillageFest bottle.
That's actually a good idea. That's a good
We need
idea.
permission for that, of course, but
that's the winning suggestion of the evening.
if we had permission or the design, if we had permission from you, we would make them, of course.
I'm ready to make a
Great.
motion.
We don't tend to
Yeah.
make things for events unless we
Yeah.
get written permission or approved permission to use the graphic or the idea of the thing beforehand. We don't want
It's
to.
an amazing concept.
Thank you.
And these, excuse my ignorance, but these are the ones that stay cold or hot, right?
Yeah, so it's
They
hot
stay
6 to 8 hours, cold 10 to 12, but
Wow.
actually if you fill them up about that much with ice, they'll last you about 20 hours.
Our daughter, our adult daughter, did not wash her water bottle for 3 days and it still had ice in it 3 days later.
Oh, yeah, mine does for like days at a time, yeah.
So we actually, in the mornings when we go to mini events, we fill up one of them with boiling hot water. So about 6 o'clock at night, we still pour it out and brew tea with it.
Wow.
So I mean, it's boiling hot enough to
Yeah.
brew tea 12 hours later.
All right, I think
I
we're gonna
would
wrap
like to
this up
move.
and we're gonna,
I would like to move that bubbles and beauty be added to Village Fest.
I gladly second it.
okay, so moved by Greg Roberts, seconded by David Anderson. Gonna take a vote. Cheryl Idell,
Hi,
David,
Aye.
Greg Roberts,
Aye.
Celia Gordon,
I,
Antonio Alvarez. Aye. Dan Ganol, myself, yes, aye. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Welcome to Village Fest.
Thank you, guys.
We're excited to have you. I think this is a great concept and I would be comfortable to say you probably have no competition right now.
No, you don't.
We like hearing that. We really do. So thank you so much.
Excellent, yeah.
Congratulations.
And as we always say, we'll see you on the street. Okay,
Chair Ganella,
yes,
it seems item 5C has arrived, and then maybe we can try and see if 5D has arrived thereafter.
okay, sure. Okay, so is Takaya King here in the audience?
And staff is working on the technical issues. We'll try and get the screen back up shortly.
okay,
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Hello.
hello.
Welcome back. How are you?
Sorry if I was already called. I just got off of work and not feeling too hot today.
No worries.
Miss it.
Okay,
My little,
as you know, you have 3 minutes to present your
Yes.
product,
So
right?
am I starting already?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I'm just bringing some new fragrances. There's 5 new fragrances, all in the outdoor jars. These other ones you already have smelled before. So since there was this way, okay. Since there were some issues getting my candles back last time, I just put them in one box to make it easy.
Whoops.
It's okay. So I have different fragrance combinations,
Okay.
and that's what the top shows you, the different scent categories. And what I'm presenting today are the 5 new fragrances in the outdoor jars. Last $2 has gardenia, freesia, and lavender. Hot DB has shea butter, camellia, flower, and jasmine. At the Ready has lavender, citronella, and tea tree. Waijambi Park has patchouli, jasmine, and frankincense. And Souls on Fire has coconut nuts, ginger, and lemongrass. And these are now included with the other 2 that have been doing well at the VillageFest. Vinyl Bikini, which is the indigo waters, and jasmine and eucalyptus, that's in there. And the velvet steamroller, which is hydrangea, lavender, and orange. And the only one that was not allowed is in this container. If people were to see that and interested in the fragrances, they know the musty scent was not available at the Village Fest.
I like the holder. This is new.
Yes.
Yeah, these are really nice.
Thank you. I really worked hard to find some, but those are only special to in-person markets. I do not sell those online. So that's something that's going to be a special feature after a few vendors told me candles do not sell very well in the summer. But I didn't believe that, so just thought I'd pivot, remain fluid, and make something for people's patio and outdoor furniture. And those scents are also available in the mason jars, I want to add. These come in 4 ounce, 8 ounce, and 16 ounce. And then, of course, you guys remember I have custom sizes that are rather large.
So do the large sizes come in all of these different fragrances?
Yes,
So the
all-
big 80 ounce or whatever.
Just the 4 ounce, the 8 ounce, and then the 16 ounce.
Okay.
And they start at 15, 25, and 45. That's the price point. Anything larger is custom ordered, so that's not available at the Village Fest.
What is the packaging for the larger size? Is it like this or is it more like the jar?
All of
No, I
them,
mean, it's
thank-
like the container. Is it the mason jar?
It's
or-
the mason jar. That's a 10 ounce
Okay,
jar, but it
Mm,
comes to
beautiful.
15 ounce in weight. And they all come in these burlap sacks with the hang tag with the name and also what the product is on the back and where to find it on the website. And a positive mantra, of course, because this is a wellness soul care line. And so far it has been really doing very well and well received with the consumers. And I will be honest to say, I have customers that are 7 years old. They like the vinyl bikini, that fresh summer scent. So when some of the vendors said, you know,
people don't buy candles in the summer. I said, well, let me make something that's more of a custom blend for making me feel refreshed out the shower. So I made 2 summer scents, and those ones I can't keep in stock.
And what are you gonna do about the sun? I know some of our vendors
heat.
with candles, the heat, in the summertime. Do you plan on having a year-round presence at the Village Fest?
Well, so far I've been kind of, after it started to get really hot, I've been trying to kind of navigate that since it is my first season. And some of the vendors who I know, it's their first year-round season too, so they're just still trying to, hang in there. But so far it hasn't affected my candles. My strategy of what I did was make sure I cured them 2 weeks. So the longer the curing process, I've noticed, the more viable they make and last in the summer heat.
Oh.
So that has made just an outstanding improvement, because really you don't have to take 2 weeks to cure candles, but because I make some that are rather large, those ones I make sure I cure them a long time, so they'll have a very, good burn. And I give people tips on how to burn them in mason jars as well. But most of, I will say, my consumer are very candle educated.
So are you adding 5 new scents? Is that right? Am I right?
Yes, 5.
So it's Hope Doobie, Yajumbi Park, At the Ready, Soul on Fire, and $2. That's $2.
Those
Which-
are all, again,
Which is my favorite, by the way.
projects. Thank you.
That one, yeah,
And that's
great.
$2 is really the softest scent to really help
Clean.
remedy your stress when you do have those financial burdens.
Yeah,
So
great.
it's needed.
Can I just ask, where are you also marketing these candles? All these new scents?
On my website right now,
Mhm.
I also have new markets that I've added with the Raw Inspiration Company. They do about 20 different farmer market and art fair markets. So I'm starting with them as well, and they know I do this place.
Okay.
And so they're going to be a lot more. I've started all the production on many more candles to accommodate all the new consumer bases I'll have in Calabasas and Brentwood.
You're gonna have a busy summer.
Yes, I plan to. I just
Yeah.
got here, so I know that people live here kind of navigate by season, but when you're from a production and engineering background, we don't have seasons, so that's fairly new. So we take that time to just, kind of make sure we're where we need to be by the time the busy season comes
Great.
this fall.
I just have 2 more questions for you. One is, are you in any retail outlets at this point? Because I know you weren't before. And the other one is, I know you mentioned that someone else is marketing your candles at other events. You'll still be at the booth here, right? It'll be you
Yes,
selling
and I
here.
do those as well.
Okay,
I do have been accepted to an incubator program at the Taubman Company, who is the owner of the Gardens of El Paseo.
Mhm.
So before I was working with the shops on El Paseo, but then Rancho Relaxo and one other vendor in there were interested in carrying my candles, and they introduced me to the business program.
great.
So now I'm going to be opening my own boutiques with other pop-up vendors
Okay,
on display there and in the Beverly Center, which is another property they own. But that's a more long-term
Yeah.
thing. I really just have my hands full with this product and then adding them to the other markets. And they're just as stringent as you guys, they have almost like a 30-page, document that you have to go through. All your tents have to be fireproof. And, they're very strict. So I'll be bringing those materials here to the Village Fest as well.
And you're still making all of these by hand at home, or you have a
Yes,
factory? I mean,
Yes,
did
here.
you do them in home, in your?
In my kitchen, so I'm being licensed for a CFO permit right now. I just have to finish turning in the class, the
Mhm.
food handler certificate. And then they're gonna sign my Village Fest form, and I'll be turning in that application when you guys come back from break.
Okay. I make a motion that we allow Velvet Steamroller to add these new candle
these,
scents,
5 cents, yep.
right, to her existing, how many were there existing?
Two.
2. So now that's a total of 7 fragrances, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's adding, now I get it.
Right, so I just made that motion.
Okay. Can I get a second?
I'll second it. I wish there was smell-o-vision though, but I'll
Yeah.
second it.
Okay, so moved by Board Member Garten, seconded by Board Member Idell. And I'll do Vote roll call, Cheryl Liddell. You have to vote even if you
Oh,
second.
you do. Oh, aye. I'm learning.
Okay. Or abstain, exactly. David Anderson,
Yes.
Craig Roberts,
Aye.
Julia Garden, Antonio Alvarez, myself, Dan Ganella, aye. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome back, and we look forward to your line expanding.
Thank you.
Great,
Appreciate
good stuff.
it. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay,
So it's 5D here.
Louis Pacheco, did Louis arrive?
Oh.
Okay, Louis, come on up. King of Kettle Corn Food Service. Agua Frescas, I think you mean Agua Frescas.
Who?
Roasted potato.
Right, I know. I'm pretty sure that's the reason I put in there.
Sorry, we bring some sample.
Oh, darn.
Okay, yeah, so we want to bring some funnel cakes. We can bring it right now because they have to be hot to be good. We bring some corn and with drinks. We have 12 different varieties of lemonades.
You
So
say 12?
12, yeah.
Oh,
So we are different. We're gonna give you a sample of one of them.
Okay.
And we have a funnel cake, we have aguas frescas, and we have a roasted corn in a cup, and baked potatoes. And then we also have kettle corn, but I think you already have kettle corn on the market, so we can take it out.
so you don't want to have your kettle corn in your booth? Is that what I'm hearing?
I see, I walk on the street and I see one and another one
We have two.
with another guy.
Right.
I was gonna say we had one right before.
Right.
No relation, right? You're all whole kettle corn.
We have like 4 different varieties of kettle corn, but
Oh,
we
you're
don't
the
want-
king. That's right.
I'm the king, yeah, I'm the king of kettle corn.
Now you're
So we don't wanna deal with the other vendors, so we.
Well, that's up to you. That's your decision.
Yeah, we would not restrict you from selling it at your booth. That's your call. So
Would they,
well, they still have another minute and a half. Do you have anything else that you wanted to tell us, or do you want to just?
Yeah, so we have funnel cakes, that's my best item, my best snack. We have all different street fair, we do the 909 night market. We do the we're gonna do the 760 night market. We do the 859 market. We have a lot of festivals, and everybody happy with all the stuff we bring. Good price, with varieties. Like the funnel cake, we have fresh fruit. We don't do jellies. We only do fresh fruit, like we do strawberries, fresh strawberries. We do ice cream, and we can do bananas on it. So it's very fresh.
These are pictures of your actual
Yes.
product? Wow.
And
People
for the
love that.
drink, we have different like syrup. We have regular cups, and we have like different cups, like in the picture. And we put a little bit like the people can get some candies or something like that with the drink, so they get happy and walk on the street with the different drinks.
How will you serve the baked potato?
Okay, the baked potato, we bake it on the wood, and we open it. We put butter, mayo, and we put cheese, bacon, sour cream, and onions. Yeah, so they're really big potatoes, and they're good price. So
How will you
people get
package
happy.
it though? Will it be in like a paper boat or in a plate, or how? do you-
It's in a plate because they have to be open to put all the stuff on top, and they make it nice. And a lot of people like it.
Now, is that paper or styrofoam? Because we're kind of, I think the city is wanting to edge toward not having.
Sustainable.
Yeah, we work with both. We have a paper, like paper plates. And we also do the font and the city that they allow to use it.
Okay. Because at some point, the city may mandate that you use recyclable and or sustainable packaging.
Yeah.
We're just not there yet in Palm Springs, but they're moving toward it, so just be,
Yeah,
if it happens, then we have to enforce it.
Sure, so we can use the paper and we can use on the baked potatoes, we can use in the corn and the corn and cap. And we can use on the funnel case too, so
Yeah,
the plates
okay,
with
good.
the paper, yeah.
This is
Excellent.
this strawberry? What flavor is
It's
this?
a mixed berry lemon.
Really good.
It's very refreshing.
It's a mixture of what?
Mixture of berries.
Oh, mixed berries lemonade,
Mixed berries,
excellent,
yeah.
very good.
And we have like different flavor, we have passion fruit lemonade, we have one very good that all people like it. It's a spinach, kale, cactus lemonade and pineapple all mixed, and it's a green mix. We call it green mix, and they all people like it.
The
That's the most
healthy
popular.
version, right? Very good. All right,
Okay.
any other questions?
So the king of kettle corn would not be on your display, right? Because I mean, you see a lot of things here, but
Yeah.
nothing.
I can do it if you let me, but I don't wanna,
This is your biggest business. is that what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying? But you're
that-
not gonna introduce that here. It'll
yeah,
look more
because
like this.
I see another person and I want, he keep like that, he don't get.
Okay.
Of somebody else saw the kettle corn.
So
Yeah,
they
that's
have
my-
to
that's
post
my
it
big
in the
team, the
business,
kettle
don't they? At the booth?
Yes, it's a health department requirement. You
That's
have
what
to
I
have
thought,
your
so,
Business name posted.
so you're doing business as, under what name? What's your DBA?
King of kettle corn?
So that's gonna have to be on the booth somewhere.
So we, I talked to the health department. And we can use like two names, like, my second name is Mr. Aguas Frescas and Funnel Cake.
Oh, so that's what you're doing business as, I see, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's what I meant by DBA, sorry about that, okay.
All right.
All right, any other questions?
They're
Okay,
serving something else.
I know, we have to wait for that and then we can. Make a
Is this a
motion.
little sample of the corn?
Thank you.
You want to try?
The street corner looks like, right? It's the street corner. You didn't realize you're gonna have dinner, right? Did you? Sometimes we have a lot of.
You never know.
This looks so
Thank
good.
you.
So can you tell us what's in this besides roasted corn? It looks like,
We have the whole roasted corn, and the whole corn, and we also have the cup, the corn in a cup. That's also the roast corn, but it's cut it. And we put mayo, butter, and cheese.
that's what's in here?
Yeah.
Three of my favorites.
Yum.
That's some fruit groups.
Are the baked potatoes, are they made to order if somebody doesn't want?
Yeah, we can make it
Something on
whatever you want to put on it.
I imagine it's a pre-baked, right, so that you don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so good.
That's really good. It's really good.
That's really good.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Cheryl is good, trust me.
I'm jealous.
All right, so, can I get a motion?
I make a motion that we accept. It's not King of Kettle Corn. What is it?
Mr. Aguas Frescas and Funnel Cake.
Mr. Agua Frescas
Mr.
funnel cakes. Into
Agua Frescas,
Village Fest.
yes, okay, and I'll second that. So moved by Celia Garten, seconded by myself, Dan Ganoa. I'm gonna take a vote. Cheryl,
Aye.
David Anderson,
Hi,
Greg Roberts.
Aye.
Celia Garten.
Aye.
I wasn't trying to indicate.
That's okay.
you were an item here. Antonio Alvarez. Aye. And myself, Dan Ganoa, aye. It's unanimous. Delicious.
Mhm.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Welcome to the Village Fest family. Should you want to bring in more food items in the future? Know that you have to be approved for them. You can't have other items that you haven't been approved for. You do know that, right? Okay, great. And it's quite simple. You just contact the office, contact Faith, and we'll go through the process with you, whether you have to be in or not. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Next vendor will be Jacqueline and Agua Marine. Jacqueline Armitage and Maureen Taylor Entertainment.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I think we're about to be serenaded.
I don't know.
Or entertained in one way or another.
Okay, you get 3 minutes to present and then,
Okay, I don't know what you
we'll-
want.
we'll try.
I was told I was just gonna be auditioning, that's all.
Just tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe give us some idea of what you'd like to do at Village Fest.
And if you'd like to perform for us, you can do that, just say, fit it all into the 3 minutes, however it was.
So are you all looking at my profile, my resume? Have you all looked at that?
We will.
We will, it's coming around.
Okay. I have performed on cruise lines, I've done tours, I sang all over the country in 1980 to 2013. And then I sang and performed in Vegas. Not only singing, but comedy and movies and commercials.
And
So,
what type of music do you?
I sing everything except jazz, rap and rock. I
Okay,
sing opera, I sing country, favorite standards.
would you be comfortable to perform something for us now, or do you
Well,
prefer
of
another?
course, if you want.
Go
sure.
for it.
How about a Kenny Rogers song?
sure.
Perfect.
As he lay sleeping, I'd stay out late at night and sing my song. And sometimes the nights can be so long. And it's good when I finally make it home. All alone while he lays dreaming. I try to get undressed without the light. And quietly he asks, how was your night? I come to him and say, it was all right. And I hold him tight. You want me to sing the whole song or?
No,
that's
that's
good.
good.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And she's got a beautiful voice too. Hi.
Hi.
I'm just kind of Jacqueline's sidekick. I I come from a musical family. My mom was a professional country singer and I learned some of her songs, but mostly I sing at my church. But I do country karaoke. But blue.
Oh,
Oh, so lonesome for you. Why can't you be blue over me? That's one.
Wow,
okay.
Very good.
Powerful voice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
a little yodel in there.
Yeah, I like
just a
that.
little
Patsy,
test.
little Patsy.
She does it better than I do. With a little yodel. I do a little yodel at the end of crazy. And I get requests for that all the time.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
All
so.
right. Any other questions for these ladies?
No,
Would it be a cappella or with instruments?
Yeah.
no, with
Or-
With
Music.
the tracks, my
Okay.
tracks. I have tracks.
Will you perform together or separately?
Well, I'll be singing my songs, she'll be singing her songs.
So you'll switch off
You'll
Yeah.
switch off.
take a break, singing
Yeah.
4 hours.
the rest of your lungs, right, from on. Of course.
So you understand that we rotate,
No, I did not know that.
we rotate
Week to week, we rotate.
entertainment,
it.
so it's so.
Because years ago I sang here at Street Fair.
Oh, did
Oh,
you?
great.
Yeah,
Well, welcome
but it
back.
was only one person to audition and nobody else around.
Mhm.
And they had me sing one sentence and then I go, she's, do you have another song? I go, yeah. So I sing the other sentence and she goes, do you have another song? I go, okay, she don't like me singing. Do you have another song? I go, oh, you don't like me singing and because I have a wide vocal range though too. And she says, no, I can tell you can sing. You're hired. I said, oh, okay, but that time they're hiring.
Yeah,
This
Oh, it's
time we
different.
have to
Okay, yeah.
pay you.
yeah. Funny how the table dip turned, huh?
And
Right.
Modern
So I
economics.
didn't
I
know
tell you.
that there was a rotation. I'm
Faith, can
sorry.
you remind us
I
about
wasn't
how,
told.
I'm sorry?
can you remind us about how the
Entertainers are Okay,
Well, I can go over that, all that with it in the orientation, but we do, because we have, lots of entertainers. We have about 5 spots, but we rotate and try and get them in about 2 times.
2 times a month, that's all? Not every Thursday,
No,
not every other Thursday.
no, we have probably
Wow.
about 10 or so.
You really cut down. Cause I was saying every Thursday.
well, 2 times a month would be every other Thursday, right? There's typically 4 weeks a month.
Mm. Wow.
Does that work for you?
It works for me. I'm full-time employee.
Any other
Well,
questions?
I have a shop too. but-
I had one other question. Are you
Yes.
planning to sell any CDs or recordings of your?
No, I'm not.
Antonio?
All right.
Cheryl, any questions?
Nope, I'm good.
He
Okay,
looks away.
all right. Let's get a motion on the floor here.
I can't make them all.
All right, I make a motion that we accept these 2 ladies as entertainers at
Thank you.
VillageFest.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, do a roll call vote. Cheryl,
Aye.
David Anderson,
Aye.
Thank
Greg Roberts,
Aye.
Thank you.
Celia Garden,
Aye.
Antonio Alvarez,
Thank you.
and myself, Dan Ganella. Aye.
Thank you.
Congratulations, ladies. Welcome
Thank you
back.
very
to
much.
Welcome back to VillageFest.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And
All right.
Thank you.
Honorable Chair, members of the board, city manager has asked me to go down to his office to
Absolutely.
something, if I could ask you to be excused.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
I think I'm gonna turn it off.
Thank you. Okay, so.
Tell me more on the orientations.
Yes,
You're good. You're all good. You're.
Okay, but. When, when.
Okay, so
Okay.
you'll be in touch with the office with staff, which is Faith. And she'll get you set up for orientation as well as get you a start date and let you know what you're scheduled to be. Okay?
Thank you. All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Joshua Gata, Phillips Valley Coffee.
I love this corn.
Good afternoon. My name is Cliff Young. I own Coachella Valley Coffee. Joshua over there is going to pour some coffees for you.
Mm.
Today we brought our nitro cold brew and a nitro hibiscus tea. We produce all of these here. We don't keg them here. We send them to Ventura. Then they send them back to us on pallets. This product is currently available at the airport. PGA West uses it. Who else has their cabs in town? So it's floating around. It's at the ice hockey arena. We're the official coffee provider for the Acrisure Arena.
Wow.
We just got a new 10-year deal with Paradise Lagardère at the airport. So any coffee hitting that airport for the next decade will come from your local Coachella Valley coffee. We're blessed that we have a nice presence throughout the valley. We do all of the tower markets. Mr. Rogers has been with me for 5 years. We do a lot of country clubs. And business has been crazy. I started in a 200 square foot garage in Sky Valley. Then I moved to a 900 square foot warehouse on Radio Road. Now we're by the Harley dealer in 2,000 square feet. And now we're moving across the street to 6,000 square feet. And we're just blessed. I've got a great team behind me. Everything we do is ethical. I travel to the farms, deal with the farmers. 63% of our coffees now are from women-owned farms, which is kind of the cool thing to do, but they always have been. I've always been dealing with these women because I knew decades ago that if I wanted to take care of a family, you got to get the money to the matriarch of the family. And it's just the way it works well for us. We sleep well because we know everybody at every stage of this coffee business is taken care of. So Josh was going to talk about VillageFest and our vision for that.
Most of our business to our non-commercial customers right now is online sales, because I don't talk about fun. But a lot of our customers, especially local customers, understand that if they order before about 10 o'clock in the morning, by noon, 3 o'clock, that coffee, fresh roasted by Cliff, is delivered that afternoon to their home.
Wow.
Many ask us all the time, I get emails consistently, where can I pick up the coffee? We have a few places, most of it is carried at the Long Beach Airport's one, but at the Palm Springs Airport. But in order to get through TSA, they said they should buy the bags. Well, why aren't you at Village Fest? I get asked all the time. Okay, well, let's branch out, let's try Village Fest. Let's bring our coffee to our local customers. They can come and pick it up once a week. They've been asking for it for a long time, so let's get out there, let's be part of the community. And so we want to bring our whole roasted coffee, our whole roasted beans in the 12-ounce coffee bags, our spices and our teas, which I don't know if they went around. We have a variety of spices and teas. And then recently we started with the hibiscus tea and then also the nitro coffee, just to provide that refreshment in the afternoon. That is also available in the hot version for the winter time, which we would like to introduce towards the winter, but not right now. It's a little bit.
So you'll be bringing your,
The kegerator, just like that,
Yeah.
yeah. And then that profile kegerator is not like a standard, that's the kegerator there. The kegs sit on the side, there's no refrigeration required, it's all contained within. That's the blueprint of the machine right there. Okay.
Because it comes out of the keg, it's a cold plate in that tab. It comes out cold, and the hot one just hits a hot plate. We use the hot one at Ironman. We're the only coffee guy out there for 5,000 people, and that thing just keeps up, and it just works.
Also on our list of items that we'd like to sell, we do have our novelties like our t-shirts, our mugs, and our hot and cold cups. Those we'd like to include. All of the sales from these items, wherever they're purchased, the profits go to our local outreach for homeless. We also do safe schools, which is a scholarship for safe schools here in the valley.
Great.
And so again, even the sales from these at the Village Fest would go towards, the profits would go towards those.
And that's the thing with all of the retail items at the airport. All of those sales go to, we've been with Street Life Project for 7 or 8 years. And I used to ride around with them, but we're pushing 80 hours a week right now just to stay ahead. So now we just fund the entire Palm Springs feeding program.
So you're a 501c?
No.
No,
I'm not the nonprofit. I support the nonprofit.
you support the nonprofits.
Is there a folder going around?
There is one here that didn't go around yet, but it could.
I'm just wondering what the extra product is, because
We have
Is it-
t-shirts, we have the mugs, which we don't make these, we source these out. We just the hot and cold mugs.
Okay,
We also have a tumbler with a straw.
and they're in the farmer's market,
In the
so
farmer's market.
I thought so, yeah.
So in the farmer's market, can they sell branded merchandise that they don't make? I mean, I realize that they're not an arts and crafts vendor, because then it would be a no-no because they don't make it, but.
I don't think there's anything that prohibits
Just organic,
it.
I think is what their restriction is.
I thought
No
when we
pesticides
had,
and,
we had a coffee vendor here that wanted to be a downtown merchant and they couldn't be because they were on the other side of Ramon, remember that?
Yes.
And we couldn't allow them to sell their branded merchandise. Because they're not a downtown,
But we're in North Palm
vendor.
Springs. So does that help us? We're a Palm Springs business.
There's actually a downtown corridor that's defined. And the businesses on the downtown corridor can come into Village Fest as a downtown merchant. And they can actually sell retail items that are in their store, as opposed to as an arts and crafts vendor, like you saw there's a few people here who make clothing. They have to manufacture or create at least 75% of each item that they sell, but that's an arts and crafts vendor.
I remember they couldn't come in because they couldn't get the downtown rate, but they could sell their merchandise.
Oh, they could, okay, all right, sorry about that, that was my misunderstanding.
And all that does, all the retail stuff does, the t-shirts, and that just gives us more to
Yeah.
pass out to the nonprofits.
We just have to make sure that we're following the rules and regulations of Village Fest, because if not, there are other ways around, you know, if you did another booth and it was just a nonprofit booth and you were selling these for nonprofit, but yeah.
I'm not a
But you're not a nonprofit, so that, so that doesn't do it. Yep.
The regulations speak about selling crops. And it doesn't speak to anything about
Okay, good.
durable goods.
Oh, I was
Okay.
gonna ask about
Great.
doing corn.
Yeah.
Oh, these are nice and heavy.
like that.
Yeah.
Let me ask Joy. Joy, has there been a precedent set for this type of product before? A branded product in a company with a farmer's market item?
Well, I believe that there are exceptions made in the farmer's market area, that it's not, they're just doing it as a side to the actual product. That's my recollection of it.
Okay, I agree. Thank you.
Then we're okay, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought, but
And
I
the big
wanted
push
to
to
make
this is
sure.
all of our local customers, when we say, hey, save that $5 on shipping.
Yeah.
Just come downtown on Thursday night.
Sure. No, understood. We just have to make sure that we're not setting a new precedent.
Because you won't find these, we don't do any grocery stores because I'm a we're just freaks about the freshness of the coffee. I can't have it sit somewhere for a week, 2 weeks, a month.
Well, it helps they can taste it.
Have you partnered with restaurants or boutique hotels or anything?
Yeah, we do Paloma. We do quite a few little hotels and a lot of country clubs, restaurants downtown. We're at Oscars. We're out at Polo Club, Chef Reese.
We also have our pods, which are listed on the list there. Those pods are featured at the arena with the Firebirds logo now.
Oh, cool.
Paloma has our pods, and I think Drift is picking up our cake cup too.
Nice.
So, Jasmine, I do have a question about just one of their promotional items. Seems like all of their items are relevant to their product, well, except for two. One's a keychain and one's a luggage tag. I mean, clearly you have luggage tags because you're operating in the airport, right?
Yeah,
But
that's up to the board's discretion.
how do you feel
It
about that?
doesn't, I don't think there's any rules that absolutely
No.
prohibit it. It does correlate with their
Yep.
product line, so
Yeah.
that would be up to your discretion.
If
Okay.
I could speak just to the novelty of that and having it with especially the tourism in this valley.
Oh, yeah.
Those luggage tags.
Of course.
are Amazing. And again, they go to our sustaining our nonprofits.
Okay. So I'm good with that.
Is it just the two of you?
We're got a couple of my husband with us, and my daughter, my youngest daughter does all of our social now, and we've got one more person coming on, but that's it so far. For the first 3 years, it was me.
Wow.
I think we're in the 2 years with him, yeah, so.
I'm just curious, how do you
I
get,
need to.
to the company to do the training for you? That seems like a lot of liquid.
No, we send it whole bean, they grind it, and they have the big vats to brew it in.
Oh,
So we
okay.
just
And
UPS
they
it,
move the liquid to us.
they see it next day, and then we get the pallets and we just ship them.
How about the hibiscus tea, same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Any
And it
questions?
took us about a year to develop that nitro coffee recipe.
I didn't
because
pass the copy on. Would someone like some caffeine? I've got-
Yes.
I know.
There's no caffeine in it.
The hibiscus has 0 caffeine, but the most coffees I don't like because it's so watery. It's like a tea. Ours is 9.6% TDS, so it's like a red wine.
Yeah.
And I sent it to all my craft beer friends. And the emails I got, I can't tell you what they said, but it was positive. It was all positive. It's all
The
about taste.
language, the family event.
It's all about taste. That's why
The coffee?
we do our own spices.
I'm
We have
a
about
coffee drinker.
5 different spices. And most of them had a little bit of coffee, and I just like things that taste good. I used to do a PBS television show called Out to Eat for years. I even scouted for Tony Bourdain when he shot out.
Oh, wow.
So I'm a food guy, but I put my kids through college doing coffee.
Do you have any of the other promotional items with you besides the tumbler and the,
I
Coffee
did not.
mug.
Funny story. We've been planning for this meeting 3 times now.
Okay.
And so I kept bringing a bag, and this one, this one, this one, bag I got.
All right. Any other questions from the board?
Last question on the
Yes.
tea. Are the tea bags individually made already, or do you come?
The tea will
Loose
come
tea.
like this, it's loose leaf, and then we sell the tea bag separately. But they
Okay.
can fill in it up.
It's a better product than your own tea bag.
Yeah. And I love tea. I haven't seen my kitchen, but this is crazy.
Thank you.
All right. Can we get a motion?
I'll make a motion. Thank you. For a non-popular, I am in very much favor of supporting you.
And that's before any caffeine. remember?
I see I've been drinking all day.
Okay, so moved by David Anderson. Are you second? I'll second. Seconded by Antonio Alvarez. Okay, let's do a roll call vote. Cheryl, Idell,
Aye.
David Anderson.
Yes.
Aye.
I'm sorry, that was Greg Rogers, Cecilia Gardner, I wasn't calling. Antonio Alvarez. Aye. And me, Dan Ganella, aye. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Welcome to Village Fest, and your product is so well developed.
Yeah, it'll be a nice addition for
Yeah,
sure.
very
Such
mature product.
Great vision. I'm really proud.
Yeah.
Give me great. I'm almost 30 years into this, but this is why I do it.
And I love that you're doing the nonprofit thing.
Yeah.
That's near and dear to us. Okay, thank you.
I think we're lucky to have them.
Absolutely. Okay, next up is Brian Pescador Entertainment. Pop-up photo studio of black and white portraits. Is Brian here? Nope. Okay. Brian is not here. Okay. Sean Pulliam from Hook and Line, pre-packaged seafood. No. I guess we're not tasting that tonight. All right. Laura Alvarez from LA Fashions. Hi, Laura, come on up. Handmade ladies clothing, dresses, pants, shorts, kimonos, shawls, and rompers. Laura, after you get situated up there, you'll have 3 minutes to present your product line.
Show for us.
And then the board will ask questions and then the board will deliberate.
Okay. I brought in some of the clothing that we'd like to sell at VillageFest to your customers. My name's Laura Alvarez, and I named my company LA Fashions after my initials, Laura Alvarez.
Hello.
Many people think, oh, you're from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You're from-
That's what I thought.
My husband and partner is Lawrence Alvarez. And he has learned how to spread, cut, and make patterns. We've been married 58 years.
Wow.
My age, and we love what we do. And we started with children's clothes. I have 4 daughters, and then I had a son. So I learned how to sew at a very young age, and he was in the garment industry.
Huh.
With enough time and learning and having skills, we decided to become self-employed, which we found out is really rough. There's no benefits for sure. But we've been in the business since 1970. And as we learned and gained experience, we were able to make better clothing. And we like to afford all the ladies, including plus sizes, one price. 2 for $35 or 1 for $20. We do not charge extra for any large size clothing that we make, which is a key to our success. The ladies love our clothing. They like that they're not having to pay extra because they wear a larger size. This is an outfit. I'm wearing the dress. Everything is separate. So when we advertise, we say 2 items for $35, you can pick out your own item. We make 90% of our clothing is made by us.
Really reasonable. 2 items for 35.
This top part here, which is the waistband, it's sent out to a specialty company because this pant on the top has like 9 stitches and the machine, we don't
Like a
know
shared
the machine.
waistline, yeah.
So we pay someone to do what they call the waistband. I'll pass it around so you can see.
So that outfit would be $35 to get the 2 pieces.
Wow. And the waistband is sent out to a specialty company. It's called elastic through the needle. All of this is elastic through the needle. That's the part we can't do because we don't own that machine. They cost like $20,000 for a machine like that. But we do everything else.
And it fits every size,
Mostly every
even
size.
not mine.
I don't see those on your table.
I don't either.
I'm just saying.
We like to make sets so people can buy the 2 items or like the 2.
That's a great idea also. That's the match.
Wow.
Ladies love
You can't do this one.
paisley. We found that out. And our pants include pockets. If you look in there, we listened to our customers and the ladies said, do they have pockets? We heard it enough times that we realized we gotta make pockets in this clothing. Which includes the dress I'm wearing. We have pockets. Okay?
Pretty cool.
These
Pretty
are a couple
incredible.
of other. The style itself is basic, but then we keep changing the fabrics. And so we cut our key to our success too is we cut this on the bias. I don't know if you know that. The bias means that it stretches.
So are those sized or are they just one
This
size?
one is a 1 size, yes, but we have other plus sizes. For instance, this right here. These we make in 4 sizes. We make these, they have pockets.
Oh, the
We
handkerchief
make
hem, yeah.
these in small, medium, large, and XXL and 3X.
Can't believe it's only $20.
And the ladies love this dress. Our newest style is the panel pant.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's very in here. Yeah.
Wow.
And this
Very
is
nice.
made in rayon crepe.
We use quality fabrics because we learned over the years, if you make a garment in a good fabric, you'll have your customers coming back.
Are they washable?
Yes, it's washable in the machine, but it's hang dry.
And each piece is $20 and 2 for 35.
And you can make your own 2 for 35.
Huh.
I
Crazy.
think you're gonna
Well,
do
that's
pretty
because we're
well.
making them ourselves.
Yeah.
So this is the short. Which is the panel pant.
Panel
cut
short,
Down
yeah.
to a short.
Yeah, it looks like a culotte. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Very cute.
And ladies like them because they look like a little skirt on.
Yeah.
We also have this particular pattern that we had to go back and been able to buy more. Everybody loved this pattern.
That's so cute.
They said it's
Yeah,
so
wow.
pretty looking, so cute.
Wow, yeah.
So we just bringing out the short. This coming weekend, we're gonna be over in Camarillo, Old Town, and we do shows like that. I sold this last season at the College of the Desert. And I've been here before in the past, before COVID. So I've been around the block. And I love VillageFest because the people are from all over. I've
Yeah.
met so many people here from all over. They're very nice, they're very pleasant. And I enjoy selling. That's my best part. I gave up the sewing now. I have help.
It's very resort style wear as well. So, you know, a lot of people who come here and are not packed appropriately. They,
Those can go.
they run into H&M and just buy whatever
Right.
fits them, right? But this will do incredible.
We don't, we're a small family business, but we don't really do online or any of that.
Yeah.
We really like to go to the place, put up our booth and
Yep.
sell to the public. We give out our card. And we're old time. We're
Yeah,
not into the selling and marketing and all that.
yeah, it
stuff.
makes it
And
very
we don't sell the
individual.
stores,
It's
we
lovely,
just
it's lovely.
sell our clothing where
Yep.
we sell.
Now, are you wanting to be year round or seasonal?
I would like to be year round because I'm able to change with the season.
Okay,
Yeah.
So when we get
Something
into,
heavier
yeah,
material.
well, it's really hot here in September, but when we get into fall, we start making different fabrics,
Mhm.
which cover more.
okay.
And more layers probably as well, right?
Yeah, the fall is more, a little more expensive for us on our end.
Yep.
But we could do the whole year.
Yeah,
My favorite season is now, summer and spring, or
Okay.
spring's gone, but now summer. We were trying to get in here in June, but we kept getting called and said, sorry, we don't have a committee ready.
apologies for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our
so
bad.
Here we are into July.
Laura, your work is beautiful.
It's,
I
it's
think-
incredible
yeah.
quality and I think
You
it's
know,
gonna
we
sell
really
like
take pride.
crazy.
People really say, gee, we can't believe you guys make them.
I must say, I think your prices are incredibly low. I mean,
We really want.
that's your business, but I do think
Yeah.
that, and I
But
think
that's a
you
good
will,
thing, too.
I think you will sell through very quickly.
Yeah.
So I would caution you to have plenty of inventory.
Yeah.
And please make sure you display it correctly, you know, and so people can see it as they're walking by.
Right.
The
But
fact that you're wearing it.
Yeah, your
nice.
work is very nice. Very,
We're
very good.
trying to match everything.
Yeah.
So we take a lot of pride in our clothing and the ladies like the prices and we make it affordable. And I think when they leave here, if they're tourists, they can go home and say, look what I got for 2 for 35 in
Right.
I
California.
think you're right.
Made by
And they're
vendors.
great patterns, and they're great colors. I
Yeah.
even think you can go even wilder on the colors here because there's so
Oh,
much
we
color
have-
here.
we have- this is-
Pink and orange and, you
Yeah,
know,
we have other, when you see my booth, we have a lot of beautiful
Yeah.
other colors. I just couldn't bring them all. My husband said, you're taking too much.
yeah, it's pretty incredible.
You're
Wow,
taking too
very
much.
impressed.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
You gotta buy a caftan for that.
Yeah.
No.
I would like to move
Okay,
that we add LA Fashion to Village Fest.
I'll second that. Okay, let's do a roll call vote. Cheryl?
Big eye from me. Yes,
Okay.
aye.
David Anderson.
If I vote yes, will you consider moving into menswear?
I can't
I'll shop for something that's comfortable.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations.
Greg Robert,
Yes.
Thank you.
Celia Garten.
Yes.
Antonio Alvarez,
Aye.
and myself, Dan Ganella, yes. Congratulations,
Right.
welcome to the
Congratulations.
VillageFest family.
Family right over
And
there.
we want an exclusive, we want you just with us all the time.
Is your husband, the sidekick, gonna be with you?
My husband loves the manufacturing part,
Told her everything she knows.
but I'm the sales and talking to the ladies and stuff. But he's a big help.
Good.
We have family that would help us too.
Good, good.
Once we pay the month rent, we don't like to miss one day.
But you will be at the booth yourself since you're the
Oh,
person.
of
to make
course,
that.
we'll
Okay,
definitely be the ones
Excellent.
that.
We'll look forward to seeing you.
So what
Very
I'm
nice.
saying is, once you pay for rent, you better be there because you're losing money if you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I look at it.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yep. Absolutely love your stuff. Welcome to Village Fest and we'll see you on the street, as
thank
they
you very
say.
much
Thank
for
you.
your time and consideration.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Wow. Okay, next up is Jason and Tabitha Barlow, one of a kind.
Okay, thank you.
It's gonna be such a praise at Village Fest.
Oh, I know.
$35.
Yes, $20 each, 35 for
I mean,
two.
A short dress, a
Yeah.
long dress, you could do.
Yeah.
I know. The
Look great,
kimonos
too.
just by
No, I
themselves.
know.
I know.
Cheryl, do you have all your pieces already picked out from that rack?
His stuff is so cute. Yes,
Yeah.
totally my style.
Okay, now we have a little competition here. Let's be as kind to the competition here and there.
I can see some head spots though.
Hand-dyed clothing and accessories, shorts, tops, pants, dresses, blouses, hoodies, scarves, hair accessories, bags, and shoes.
Wow.
Wow.
Those are
Yeah, the
very
shoes we
bright.
decided to not do it just because of the size of the booth, so.
Yeah.
We're.
Do you make the shoes?
We do the dyeing
Dye
and
them.
everything.
Oh.
Everything here is all hand dyed. We do a number of different techniques. We don't do your traditional
Tie-dye.
tie-dye in the sense of like doing mandalas and different of those types of shapes.
Yeah.
Geometric shapes. We do more of, like you can see here on this one's
That's great.
tie-dye.
Yeah.
And it's tied and then it's dyed with the different colors. Our scarves and sarongs and so forth are again. These are tied and then dyed throughout.
So you buy all the items already assembled and then just dye them, or do you also assemble some of the items?
No, we dye it.
Okay.
After that, so in some cases, so those are the tied and dyed individual items. This one is not tied, this one is an ice dyed. This is actually just amazingly enough, it's a one dye color. And it, because of the ice, it does the variation.
Are they color fast for laundry?
Yeah, so they go through the process, the cleaning of all of them, rinsing them, and then at that point, then they're washed with an agent to help preserve the vibrance of the colors. And they're also pre-treated in all of the materials before they're dyed so that it ends up being the vibrant. Sometimes you'll see really faded colors. Those usually aren't pre-treated or the 100% cotton and so forth. This one is a reverse. This is a two-step process. This is a reverse
cool.
dye.
I've seen that.
And then
color
after that,
combo.
it's then dyed again to give it the different, and we do this in different techniques. This is a twist reverse dye. And then when it's dyed, it's done in stripe form.
So that starts life as a white t-shirt?
Nope, starts black.
Oh, it starts black, okay.
Yep. And then.
So you have to bleach it in order to get
Then we
the
get-
open spots. where you
remove
can
the
do
color and then we
Oh, wow.
wash it and then it gets dyed to get the color. on it.
Because if not, I would think the black would run into the other, yeah. That's-
Well, you can do blacks also, but it's just a different process.
Yeah.
These here are a two-step bleach and removal of the dye. So it starts out as a green in this one.
Oh my God, wow.
And then you get your white and then it's kind of difficult, but it's timing for getting the third color.
Yeah.
Within that secondary. And we can do it with different colors. This one has this one's done in more of a cowhide traditional look.
And you do them in batches or you do them one at a time? When you're dyeing, you must dye in
It has
batches.
to
right?
be
with this technique, this has to be, virtually everything is all one at a time.
And you do this at your home?
We do this at our home, yes.
What's the
In our
price point
garage
of the
in our
t-shirts?
backyard.
Wow.
What's the price point of the t-shirts ish, just
They
range?
range, where's the?
It says 28 to 40.
Yeah, so it ranges on those. These are,
Okay.
I
mean, that's perfectly.
And there are no
reasonable
two
since
ever
it's,
alike, is that correct?
everything's.
Impossible to make two
Yeah,
alike.
Yeah, so like this is an outfit that we did, in that these two are done together, but again, you don't get the exact same look every time.
I'm so sorry. Sorry.
That's gonna go over really well too in this.
So the sneakers and the shoes you really can't do because you can't stock enough of them in the booth of the sizes,
Right,
is that the
Yeah,
problem?
it would just be difficult to do this in the space and then also in a lot of time to set up and everything.
And I assume that showing them and then shipping them to people would then become costly, right? Because of cost of shipping, especially because sneakers aren't liked.
And then for the winter, we have like the.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
We have pants and then we have sweatshirts. Here as well. This is a two color process in this one.
Wow.
This is actually a one color process. And then these are some
That's
cuts.
cute, that pink out as well.
Yeah.
With the racing back, I like that.
And then we have these dresses. again.
Dresses.
These are.
This is artwork. This is
These
total
are
artwork.
in each individual one. And then
Absolutely beautiful.
We have these more muted colors so that it's not as festive.
Yeah.
And then we have stuff that's a little more.
Yeah.
Festive.
Everybody's not a neon sign, but there are
Right.
people here that love a lot of color. But
I know.
absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm a black and white guy, so I'm always in black. and
Yeah,
white.
that's the best, right, because I've seen you.
Yeah, really, it's actually a pattern, you kidding?
Maybe you can special order.
And then we have the bags.
People are gonna love these. They are. You're gonna do well.
It's fun.
Jason and Tabitha, I think the shoes are fantastic.
They're-
I would ask
Oh my
you to
God.
rethink that and maybe bring some and see if people are willing to order them. Or off, you don't have to, that's just my, but I think those are great.
Yeah.
Everything you've done is beautiful, but the shoes, I think.
Especially during November.
Yeah.
Would you like to be approved for the shoes in case you do decide to bring them, so that you don't have to come back and be re-juried?
Good.
So let's keep the shoes on, okay? Okay, so yeah, because I think you may think about doing it at some point, and if you don't, you don't. That's okay.
Just gauge the interest, put some out and see if people.
Yeah,
are
put a
interested.
few
That's a
under.
beautiful color combination.
Yeah, I think just walking by your booth, people are gonna be drawn in.
It's, yeah, exactly. Because the color is just gonna pop and it's gonna, yeah.
And you're local, they could go and pick them up or pick them
Absolutely.
up the next week or something, or.
Yeah, we're in La Quinta and then weekly we go to the College of the Desert and then would love to be part of the VillageFest. I love the atmosphere. And I really enjoy speaking with customers. I'm not as great speaking, I don't have to speak with the women well, but that's Tabitha can relate to more. This is your size, this is what size it goes together than I can.
I think people will be very interested to talk to you about the process, how you get that, because I think a lot of us have tie-dyed in our life, right?
Not like
You know,
that.
No, exactly.
That's pretty cool. And then just a question for you. So I saw the QR code on the back of the tag. Do you guys market and sell on Instagram as well, or is this just to take you to the account?
It's just to take you to our account. We plan on posting when we have an upcoming show. Come to Village Fest, take a look at us.
Yeah.
We just opened the account for the purposes of joining Village Fest, actually.
Great. Okay.
I only see two different styles of shoes. Have you broken into others as well?
No, we've just tried a couple of different ones and.
I mean, they both speak to a different audience.
Right.
It
And
needs to be that canvas.
Yeah.
For the dye.
Yeah.
So it needs to be a natural fiber.
If
so-
you were to put, one of those, I don't know, those things called acrylic, things on top of it. Just to show how it matches and expresses, oh my God, it's very, very talented.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I absolutely love your work. Yes, all right. So without further ado, I'll make a motion that we accept this vendor into Village Fest. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Seconded by David Anderson. I'll do a roll call vote. Cheryl, Idella?
Aye.
We're doing a vote on.
She said aye.
She said
Oh,
I said
you
aye.
Oh, I thought you said hi because I was screen and said aye. The text is not really in with the comments. You know, there's a few problems. David Anderson,
Aye.
Yes,
Greg Roberts,
Aye.
Celia Garten, Antonio Alvarez, myself, Dan Canella, aye. Congratulations. Welcome to
Thank you.
Village Fest. We absolutely love your work. It's so
bring some big
unique.
boy sizes, because I'm gonna want to.
Yeah.
College of the Desert is closed now, isn't it?
It is, they're doing the Saturdays on the third Saturday in the evening. They just did their first one. And it's fun. I just enjoy the customers, you know, they're fun. So.
Night markets are just so much more lively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little different.
Well, it makes sense because
It's
people
the
aren't gonna
beginning of
go
the
out in
week.
the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
thank you.
much and good luck to you guys. Welcome to the Village Fest family and we'll see you on the street. Faith will be in touch with you
Thank
and
you.
she'll get you set up orientation and with the start date.
Thank you.
Okay, John Moraski, Art of John Moraski, ballpoint pen artwork, prints, signed prints, books. It's John Moraski here. No,
Yeah,
there he is. Hi, hello, John, welcome.
Thank you.
So you have 3 minutes to present and then
Okay.
we'll ask you questions. You know, I'm gonna hold off until you take the stuff out. Go ahead.
If it slips over a little bit, it's not gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, I just,
I know.
yeah.
Well, I've done this twice before. I was a Village Fest vendor twice before
Ah,
and
For your artwork or for
Yes.
different products?
same thing. Make sure I get everything. Yeah. And so I am a ballpoint pen artist, illustrator, I guess is a better term. And I sell signed prints of my artwork. And I also sell little storybooks that I've done. And I do custom portraiture too. That I don't do live at Village Fest.
Caricature or a straight
Yeah,
portrait?
I have an example here. That would be an example of a.
Okay.
Portraiture.
Yeah. Can you pass them around?
Yeah.
for some people to look at? That'd be great.
So these, the customer would contact me via email, send me pictures of them, say what kind of situation they'd like to be in.
Okay.
And that takes about 2 or 3 weeks to.
And you're in every one of them. That's
I am.
good.
That's
That's a nice bonus.
I'm gonna be selling 3 sizes of prints. These are small, and then the medium-sized ones, and then the large ones.
and this is all ballpoint
It
pen.
is all.
Oh, my
What?
God.
That's pretty.
So in the, if somebody orders a portrait, they get the actual piece of artwork, but these are all.
That's
prints.
great.
Those are prints.
Are any of them duplicated or each one is actually penned by hand?
No, these are all prints.
Those
These-
are prints
yeah,
of what's penned by hand?
Yeah, but if you order, if you get a
Uh-huh.
portraiture, you get the actual real piece.
And I imagine there's
And I don't
quite a
sell
price
prints of
difference
that.
between those two, right?
Yes,
What's the price point of the portraiture?
that varies.
Ish.
Yeah, it varies between, I think 300 for a pet portrait and to 500. 500 would be, I think it's 4 people plus a couple of pets.
Is how much again?
These are incredible.
Those were the portraits.
No, his question about an original portrait.
Yeah.
What's how much?
Between 300 and 500, because it's an original piece of artwork.
I know,
yeah.
it's amazing.
And it takes
Well,
or
that's
three-
because it's actually
2 or
done
3 weeks to
on
do
a,
it.
on a textured paper. How do you do like the blue background?
Yeah,
on a ballpoint
That's
pen?
all, it's all colored. ballpoint pens.
Got it? Like-
No, it's crosshatch.
Oh,
so they're
okay,
like
okay,
lines,
gotcha.
yeah.
It's almost, yeah. almost like a sketch.
I also may want to add stickers. Right. I may also want to add stickers that would be basically be these images.
The same things,
But
but in a
it's
sticker?
like a sticker about that big.
Okay.
So would this be the 20, the small size?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the, it's
And-
only $20.
And who actually does the printing for you?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So, and I
You have
don't
a
know. if
printer
you
at home you do it with, or you?
Yeah.
Do it at facility?
Yeah.
Okay. And with the stickers, how will you do that? I might have.
That is an outside company. that prints
But it's still
stickers.
your art, which is
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
And I did the whole I don't know if you saw that.
We
whole
saw that.
process.
Yeah.
Okay. And on this time around, I did never done this before, but I'm gonna do live drawing. I'm
Oh,
gonna
that'd be
actually
great.
create artwork
People will like that.
right there. I'm not like I said, I'm not gonna be drawing people live.
Yeah, you're gonna
You know,
show them how
yeah.
you're doing the work. You're gonna
That's
be
a
doing the
whole
work
other-
and they walk up and then you wait on them. Yeah, gotcha.
Right, yeah, that's a
very
whole
cool.
nother crazy,
People love that.
yeah, but I will only
Oh
draw
my
people.
gosh.
Yes. No, they like to just see you working and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
buy
yeah.
from you. Yeah, it's.
Dan,
wanted
I
to do
have
that.
a question.
Yes.
Sure, Joy, go ahead.
Hey, John, so glad to have you coming back to Village Fest. I was wondering if you happen to have the custom Village Fest print that you made that you won as the artist to do the artwork that year for Village Fest back when we were doing that.
I don't have it with me, if that's what you're asking, but
It's such a fabulous and fun and happy print. I've really enjoyed
thank
it.
you.
and
This
Really
is
enjoyed your
amazing.
work.
and I was telling Faith that maybe that should be updated.
Yeah,
We
that'd
can
be
talk later.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell 1 million of
Those are
these.
fantastic.
Those are. Hope you're prepared for that.
Okay.
Is that the only one, or do you have different?
I will have different, so if you need me to read your, but they'll different stories, different things, I will.
Having one, they'll sell like crazy. Once you put a
We
few,
don't
then
need to
people say, I
read
don't know.
jury as
Yeah.
long as we have books.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
same thing.
Right.
It's pretty amazing though.
Why did you leave?
For different reasons, the first time I was starting a real estate career.
Oh, okay.
So I'm that too. I think in Palm Springs, you have to be several things.
You can't swing a cat in this town though without hitting 10 realtors in the head. That's the only thing.
That's
Yeah,
right, yeah.
I know that.
But
This is fabulous.
I love doing this. I love being out on
Oh my
the
God,
street.
your
I
work
love
is-
being part of, well, as other people said, just being part of the city and, you know.
So are
This is
you,
one of the best keepsakes.
are you going to,
Yeah.
is there a place in your signage where you let people know this is ballpoint pen?
Yeah, yeah. In fact, I
Design.
may make a version of the process, not to give out, but maybe just like a display.
Because I think
Yeah.
people will
You know.
like the prints, but when they understand that it's done with ballpoint pen.
Yeah, and then if they see me doing it.
Exactly.
That would be great. That'd be cool. Very
Yeah.
talented.
Wow. Okay, well, without further ado,
I'll make a motion.
Yeah, and I'll
please
second.
do. I think I know what the motion is and I think.
I move to accept the art of John Moreski to Village Fest.
And I second that.
Okay, let's do a roll call vote. Cheryl Idell,
Aye.
David Anderson,
Yes.
Greg Roberts,
Yes.
Celia Garton.
Yes.
Antonio Alvarez. Myself, Dan Ganella, definitely yes.
Welcome
Thank
back.
you.
Thank you.
Welcome
We're
back,
glad you're
John.
back.
My God, you're so talented.
Talented.
I absolutely love your work. It's
Well, thank you.
crazy.
Thank you, thank you.
We'll see you on. the
If you'll still make the Village Fest, or you have the original one, I don't know how long ago that was.
No, I don't have any, I think I gave somebody, you guys have it somewhere.
Probably Joy has it. I think Joy has it, and she was just making sure that you didn't know she had it.
Somebody-
That's why she asked that question.
I don't have the original. I just used to use it on the Village Fest page sometimes.
I'm just teasing you, Joy, you know that.
It is in the
I
office.
wish I had
Okay.
it.
Okay.
It won awards. I sent it to a couple different conferences and that particular poster design won
Wow.
awards. That was a program that we used to do, was the annual,
Yeah.
Village Fest poster, and our vendors produced it, and this was the very
Wow.
first one that we did.
We're gonna be doing it next year.
That's up to this board. It was, at the time, the board, that's what they
I
were.
think we have a good candidate here.
Interesting.
Yes, we do.
Perfect, yes, great. Well, John, thank you so much and thanks for
Thank you.
coming back.
Thank you very much.
We're thrilled to have you back.
Did we forget some products here?
Oh.
Okay, we'll get it back to you.
Oh. Everybody knows.
I thought there would be some tea bags.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's not a storage room full of all the things people leave here. They make sure they get back them just, so you know, okay. All right, is Miranda Lopez here? Hi, Miranda, come on up.
Hello.
It refills assorted, is it or IT?
It refills.
It refills, assorted organic vegan soap.
Yes.
One of the gentlemen in the audience thought that was a tray of cheese when you walked in and got very excited about it. It was the coffee guys, yeah, they were like, bring that cheese over here.
I'm Basil Martinez
Miranda Lopez.
and we're at Refills.
Yeah.
We're a vegan zero waste refill station. We have a store out in North Palm Springs. We hand make all of our bars of soap right there. They're 100% vegan, organic. They're all based with avocado, coconut, castor, and olive oil. And they're scented with essential oil blends.
Where's your store?
What was that?
Where's your store?
North Palm Canyon or
Yeah, North
Yeah,
Palm Canyon.
North
And
Palm
we're
Canyon.
located inside the Flannery Exchange.
Oh, so they're too far up to be a downtown merchant? Can they be a downtown merchant then?
No,
No.
they're just north
They're
of
north of Alejo.
Alejo.
Yeah. You
So
get
we've
different
been in
weight that way.
business for 3 years.
Okay.
And we primarily at the farmers market, so we've been in the Indio Farmers Market, La Quinta, and we're active in La Quinta and Palm Springs still as well. We're in the indoor market every Saturday.
Yeah.
Correct, 8 to 1. And so along with that, we have our store, it's open every single day. And
if we offer refills, skincare, hair care, cleaning. But right here, we have our solid bars of soap. Those are our best sellers. And I'm constantly making them, making new scents.
Oh,
And
that's so nice.
That's just a little preview of what we have.
so they're about a 5-ounce bar. They're great for sensitive skin. I have eczema, acne prone skin. That's why we created the company.
Sure.
So it's good for kids, good for any type of skin sensitivity. They're
With
plant-based.
the coconut oil, isn't it not a little drying to your skin though?
No,
No?
quite the opposite.
And it adds the antibacterial factor to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So they're perfect to give as
I love the
gifts.
fragrance.
They'll last in the car. You can ship them anywhere. They're great.
They don't melt down either, right?
Melting.
No, none at all.
No.
And they're hand and body bar. And so it's cool. Each of our loaves, we call them loaves of soap because they look kind of like a loaf.
Mhm.
They yield 9 bars and like a sliver of a 10th bar. So what we do with that last bar is we cut them into samples and we get 4 samples out. So hence for zero waste in that way. And then we give these out for free. So we like to throw in one included with the purchase. So you can try a new scent with your scents that you've already purchased.
There was a store in New York City that used to do that near me in Chelsea. And it would just draw people into the store like crazy. When the store first opened, someone said, it's a whole store of just bars of soap. Who's gonna buy them, right? It was insane. They couldn't even keep the shelves stocked. And it was because of that. That's an excellent idea.
We do have problems sometimes keeping scents. People will
Yeah.
be like, I want this scent, but they take 2 weeks to cure.
Yeah.
So I can streamline, make about like over 12 loaves,
Yeah.
but then they take that 2 weeks to
Your
make.
soap cures in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's
It
very
takes-
fast.
And in the winter, it can take about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
depending on
Wow.
Since
the
the
temperature.
weather and the humidity here, they dry up real quick.
So
Because
you
there's
sl-
no lye in the soap. There's no sodium hydroxide.
Well, there is sodium
There
hydroxide.
is.
That's what's solidified the
Causes
soap.
the saponification,
Yeah, the
yeah.
saponification,
Uh-huh.
but as time goes
Use a big
on,
word to
they get harder, they cure better,
The
and
scent.
they last longer. Yeah, and the scent is.
And then we also hand cut each single bar
Mhm.
and we hand stamp them. And if you notice on the top right corner, it's got a little initial. That will tell you what scent you're purchasing.
Oh.
So typically we like to go with the bar just plain like that, but we do have optional wrap if you want to put, which is those 2 that I have wrapped there. All of our packaging is eco-friendly. We have no plastic in our bars or soap or anything like that. Even the ink that I hand write the labels myself onto a printed label. So the printed label is compostable. It's printed with non-toxic soybean ink,
Perfect.
as well as the ink.
You're no nonsense.
Very good.
So you slice the loaves and then you stamp the logo into each bar.
That is correct. And we do that together.
Is that with pressure or heat?
So I use
Little hammer.
Oh, okay.
Or mallet.
Mallet.
So I just do the mallet for the bigger one, and then the initials, I can just hand stamp those because they're
Yeah.
so small.
The scents
So
are
you're not
very
gonna be-
subtle.
Absolutely beautiful
Yeah.
stuff.
You're not gonna be selling any liquid soap. It's just the
Right,
bars.
exactly. So in our store, we're the first and the only zero waste store in Palm Springs. So we do refills. We sell like shampoo, conditioner, hand and body wash, dog wash, toner, sunscreen, everything you can think of. But in liquid form, that's in our store. But here, it's a little bit tricky to do the refills out on the street, especially with the heat. We've done it before. We've done it before at the farmer's market, but that's not quite what we're trying to do here for
Does it start out with a bottle that you provide, or do they bring their own bottle?
either or. We actually take donations. We give out free containers. If you bring a donation, we would keep those, collect them, clean them, take the label off, and then give those out for free.
Wow.
Have you thought about possibly selling the bottles at your booth along with a card for your store
Yes.
that directs them to come up there and fill their bottle? But you sell the bottle for like a nominal fee, but at least you're not giving
Yeah.
them away at that point.
Definitely, especially since we are in Palm Springs, we're quite like, I feel like we're just down
Yeah.
the street, a little too
Yeah.
far. The reason we're here today is a lot of our customers would say, hey, are you guys open during VillageFest?
Mhm.
And we said, no, we're not, you know, it's just a little bit too far to make the walk.
Yep.
And we've had a lot of requests like, hey, we're looking for you guys, are you guys here? And I think it's time that we do.
There's so many stores up there now, though, furniture
It's
stores,
only getting more and more
dealers,
popular.
Right, that's
and,
true.
and I have the Webster, that's like really drawing people up there.
There are several
It's a looky-loo
vendors
store, but
at
yeah.
Village Fest.
Yes.
You need to focus on differentiating yourself
Yes.
and make sure that you advertise, you know, that your soap is
How
vegan and all
sustainable you
natural,
are.
and
Yeah,
sustainable.
That's all.
That's very important.
I might even do some signage for that
I
to make
would
sure that you don't have to tell.
Yeah. And about, I don't see that as it refills, it doesn't.
So here.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't,
No, I think it's.
I mean, having just bars of soaps, it doesn't scream the sustainability, bringing your jars in and refilling your everyday cleaners and stuff. But it's kind of a way to get them into our store,
Yeah.
because everybody likes to smell good, they have to
So
wash.
if I say I'm not a bar soap person,
Yeah.
I'm a liquid soap
Of
person.
course.
And so I can say, I really love the smell of this. I can go up and buy it at your store, right? That's how it works.
Yes.
Okay.
And then all of our
They're in
scents,
the co-op,
everything that we
like,
sell by the ounce, so all of our liquid stuff, it's all on our
No, no,
Instagram,
the
all on our
primary
website.
We have
We
a
ship.
fully functioning
Really
website.
functioning website.
You have an opportunity to educate. I make soap. I love to make soap, but you need to let people know that the major ingredient in soap is tallow or fat,
Right.
you know, and animal fat. And if
Yes.
people understand the process, then I think that will go a long way to selling what makes you different.
Yeah, and that's why we feel really important for us to be vegan, cruelty free, we don't test on animals, and you'd be surprised how many companies do that.
No, I understand.
So,
Her candidacy endorsement on the
Understand.
Well,
So you'll only be selling these soaps, right, for $8 a square,
type of thing.
wrapped or unwrapped or whatever.
yes,
or-
Up
correct.
to the customer.
We're considering
Yeah.
adding maybe like loofahs or something to pair with
Yeah,
it. We have
applicator.
a whole variety of things in our store, but for now, I think we just
Is your store in the Flannery Exchange or it's near it?
Yeah.
inside. We're located.
Everything's
inside.
in there. I was just there for a meeting yesterday. It's
So,
amazing.
They have a
concept.
restaurant bar, they've got. a
Stationery.
florist,
Private
stationery.
Rooms and meeting rooms and party.
Well, I've
rooms.
been there for that and I've been to the coffee bar. That's all I thought was there. I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's we're having a little visibility
Yeah, the
issue in the
visibility.
Flannery Exchange. There's no, like great signage directing us to the back.
Can you put a sandwich board down or something out front?
We do have. we do.
There is, you aren't there?
Yes, and our.
This will
landlord-
give you visibility though. Can you do business at Village Fest? Do you have a DVA as just it's soap or something like that?
As it refills.
It's just it refills?
Refills, yeah.
It's somewhat misleading if I'm,
Yeah,
because a bar soap is not refillable.
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just jumping on what David said, and I would say that, you know, if it's possible for you to add a DBA to just call it soaps as well.
Yeah.
That you can use that on your booth, but for now, or just use it.
Yeah,
Right?
because our
It, period.
logo is mainly it on the
Yeah.
top.
What does it
so-
stand for?
So the main reason we created that name was because we want it to be so vague where it'll eventually be anything. So our goal for the future is to open our own brick and mortar location in Palm Springs that will have dry goods, all sorts of
Yeah.
oils, skincare,
Pasta,
yes.
things that
Oh,
you,
wow.
you don't have to buy.
So
with
what can you
plastic.
refill? You can refill it. You can refill anything.
Oh, wow.
That's.
All
the
your
story.
containers.
So you would curate the products that you would use for a refill at that point, like if you're doing pastas and things like that, you mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a great idea. You know what it reminds me of though? Remember VIP?
Yeah.
What's Doris Day and Rock Hudson movie?
Yeah,
What the movie? Pillow Talk was it?
Pillow Talk, yeah.
Yep, and they create a product that isn't really a product and they call it VIP,
Yep.
just to make everybody get interested in it. And it's like on Times Square billboard and all this stuff. And by the time it comes out, it's just a chewable candy because they couldn't figure out what what to make out of it. But it was the brand that they sold more than anything. So yes, very cool idea. I love it. Absolutely love it.
I'm gonna make a
Love it.
motion. I'm gonna make a motion that we accept
Absolutely.
it refills into the Village Fest family.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Take a roll call vote. Cheryl Idell,
Yes.
David Anderson.
It works for me.
Oh, we're gonna have two of those going around there. Greg Roberts,
Yes.
Yes.
Philly Garten, Antonio Alvarez, and I'll end it with, I love it. So I'm good. Okay, perfect.
Good job.
Really good. And now, if you wanna, do we want to add on for them in case they want to do this bottle thing? Or are you still thinking about that? Or are you thinking about other products?
That's what Sure is, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what
I'm sorry, I haven't been.
You add it in now.
Yeah, if there's anything else that you want to add on now, let's talk about it right now and add it on, so you don't have to be reach for that, otherwise for new products.
So we have something called a soap saver bag, which is made out of agave fibers. It's $5 a piece and it fits our bars perfectly. So what you do is you put your soap or your soap scraps in there, you know, when you get your bar, and you get those little soap scraps.
I
you
have
don't know
terry
what to
cloth
do
ones
with
like
them.
this. I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
Yes,
Love
so
them.
the purpose of our soap saver bag is to reduce soap waste. And it also is really great for travelers. It's one of our best selling products in our store. And so you can hang it to dry, you can wash it.
Add it on now,
repeat it.
so bad.
People that are staying in hotels
Yeah.
here,
Yeah,
all of a sudden
exactly.
fall in love with the soap and say,
Exactly.
this.
And it gives you a way
I'm
to
sorry,
hang it
but
instead of
are
putting it on.
they, would it be okay for them to be able to sell the bottles separately without the product in it? Or hasn't a precedent already been set time and time again? So I just want you to give that some thought, please.
It's a good point.
It should be in a company with a product that is handmade by them. So if there's a product that is not handmade, so the bags would be a perfect addition
Because
to
they're
the soap.
You're absolutely right. You know, I hadn't thought of that, and I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Or if you sold the samples
Yeah,
in a bag to try it, and then regulars can come back or, you know, return guests and visitors.
So you could sell full bottles with your product in it, and they're reusable bottles, and then let them come back to you, to your store to refill them. So that we could do.
Okay.
Thank
Is
you,
each
Joy,
bottle
for that
unique?
clarification.
Thank
I hadn't
Is each
thought of that.
bottle unique? Or, I mean,
They're separately, they're all labeled differently, they're
Yes.
hand labeled, and then.
and they're glass or plastic?
everything is glass, yes.
Is it feasible for you to actually have them at the booth, be able to have them ready and cart them to the booth and sell them there?
Yes, we do it at Palm Springs Indoor Market.
Okay, well,
Okay.
do you want to add that?
Yes.
Okay,
Go for it.
so liquid soaps in the bottles, in refillable
Be
bottles.
careful of breakage.
And then
Always a
it
lot of people
refills
and
make sense
dogs.
as well.
It does.
That also ties in the it refills, right?
Yeah.
So
That makes more sense to me as a.
I love that,
Yeah.
yeah. And it'll also set you aside from the people just selling bar soap.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not a bar soap person either, like you know, I use always liquid in the shower. But I have a few that I absolutely love that I use the bar, and that's why I have those bags, like you said, that I use. Because I wouldn't use it just a raw bar of soap, but I would use it in the cloth.
So, I mean, especially if you have a family, you don't want everybody else to use their.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can hang it, that's what's so cool.
Yeah.
It's got a drawstring, that's what I love behind it, so it doesn't get like all that mucked up on the soap dish. All right, without further ado,
Thank you.
welcome to Village Fest, thank you,
Best of luck.
all the best of luck to you, I love your concept, I love the whole spirit behind why and how you do the business as well, it's really great.
Thank you guys.
Over here.
All right,
See you
thank
guys.
you.
Okay,
Very cool.
Ishmael and
are you Ishmael? Come on up. Ishmael Pantaleon, Magic Entertainment, he's a magician, so everybody hold on to your wallets while he's doing his act. Joy, can you see us on video?
Yes, more or
Okay, good. I
less.
just want to make sure that you can see him do
She's
his
not
act.
camera ready.
No, that's fine. You know, I have curlers in my hair sometimes too, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I have sciatica today. It's been a fun day.
Oh, I feel your pain.
Don't
My name
take
is
it away.
go ahead.
and I specialize in magic entertainment. The only way of marketing that I do is by word of mouth. I think the Village Fest would be a great opportunity
Great.
to
do some magic. I don't really do shows. I like to perform individually so people get to know me, get to.
So you perform at homes and at parties and things like that?
Birthday party.
Okay, good.
Actually, right now I'm at a restaurant where I do table to table.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool. Which restaurant?
Las Palmas in Yucca Valley.
Okay.
And then here's this is what my packages, that's what I'll be going. And some business cards as well.
Very cool.
And that's what I use for my advertisement.
Okay.
Look at this.
Wow, us.
Sure.
Go for it.
I will need a volunteer for this.
I'll volunteer.
Yeah, oh, cool. Or you wanna come, I can go up here.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I did for the restaurant. Right after they order, while they're waiting for their meal, I just entertain by the time I'm done. And I started with the card trick. It's just really popular right now, and they're all really.
Can you guys hear on the video?
Sorry, I just kind of jumped
Yeah.
into it.
Okay, good.
And is everybody able to see? I'm just showing that the cards are. all
The camera there
Yep.
rotates. Listen who's talking, so good.
Awesome. And so I'm just mixing the cards up and showing that they all really are mixed up. Do you see one that you like? And I don't do like the card trick, like pick a card, any card, and I'll figure out what it is. This is more like what the origin of the magic tricks are. If you could sign your name in the middle for me here. The gamblers in the streets would kind of do these cheats and make a lot of money of it, but to me, it looks like magic tricks.
Yeah.
But really they are cheats. Now, I did the signature, I asked for the signature just to show that this is the only card we're looking for. There's no other card like it. And I can put it anywhere in the deck anywhere. Let's assume that it's middle. Now I'll take this top card right here. If you could do me a favor, can you snap your fingers? And just like that, it jumps to the top.
Oh, my gosh.
But that's just like, man.
Yeah.
And I go really fast. I go really fast. So I'm gonna go a little slower. Now that you guys know exactly what you're looking for, if you can put your hand here, now we can isolate the card. No more stealing or anything. So I'm gonna take the signature. If you could place your other hand on top of it like a sound, perfect, just like that. I'm gonna take this card right here, the next one, the four spades, okay? This is the four spades. So without looking, what card do I have in my hand without looking? Four spades.
No, the failure card.
Oh, my God.
And you have the four spades.
Show us. I don't believe you.
Just the four spades.
That's pretty good.
Very good.
Thank you, thank you.
I've only seen you
Keep
keep
that
that
for
on
those
television.
That's one thing you do. I hand out a lot of stuff.
That's great. That's a great trick.
You
Oh
must
my
go through a
gosh.
lot of cards.
Yeah, but it's for marketing, it's.
I used to work for Bicycle Playing Cards early in my career.
Wow, they're the best.
I was the telecommunications manager for that company.
Would you guys like to see a kid's magic trick?
Sure, go for it.
And then
David, can you turn on your mic so that? we can hear you?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
I sometimes when I'm performing for kids, I gotta get creative, so I don't really have the silks and all that stuff, but the little clown noses are really cool. They're just really fun. I need another victim, I mean, volunteer.
Oh, I'll do it. Sure.
Okay, cool. Cool, and then, all right, so we're gonna give them names. It's Bibbidi and Bobbidi. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put them. So can everyone see Bibbidi?
Bibbidi.
So I'll place Bibbidi into my hand like this. And I take Bobbidi, place into the other hand like that. Okay. So, no sleight of hand, nothing fancy or anything, just snap my fingers. Sleight of fingers. Bobbidi and Bibbidi switch places.
I felt it. I didn't notice.
Did you really?
Oh, my God.
It's a magic, it's an illusion, it's just an illusion.
Remember, I'm kid now, okay?
So we're gonna, now you guys know what you look for now, it gets a little bit more difficult, I get more nervous, I speak a little faster. So I take Bibbidi into my hand like that, and I take Bobbidi into place into your hand, close your hand, tight, turn it around like that, perfect. Cool. Now, would you be impressed if I reverse Bobbidi and Bibbidi back?
Yes, I would.
That'd be pretty cool. Well, since you're already expecting it, it's already.
Did you know you had to your hand or no?
No.
That's
Can I
amazing.
do it over here?
Sure.
So now we have Bibbidi and Bobbidi, right? So if I place them in
Check your
here,
wallet.
squeeze tight, turn your hand over. All right, sir, was this your wallet? No. So Bibbidi and Bobbidi, right? If I go, would you be impressed if Bibbidi is in my hand right now?
Yes.
That'd be really cool, huh?
Uh-huh.
Ah!
Sorry, it's a little bit confused. Oh, sorry about that.
I love the magic.
I just don't know what-
all the time.
Think about what you-
So for the final act, I'm gonna reveal how I do it. So what I do.
I think you want to
take
hire
baby
her as
pictures in my hand.
babysitter, right?
Yeah, for sure. But what nobody saw was the third ball I had in my hand. And I was so sneaky about it, but nobody saw it. So I had bibbity, bobbity, and then I had
And
boo.
That's amazing.
Ishmael, that's great.
That's
really
good.
good.
Yeah. People are gonna crowd around your booth for sure. That's
Excellent.
awesome.
So you work for tips and opportunity to do performances at parties or restaurants and such.
For my show.
Yeah, good for you. Is it your full-time life?
Now it is, yeah, I just transitioned to that and still
That's awesome.
transitioning.
From what?
I used to work at a hotel at night and during the COVID, when the guests would come up for breakfast in the morning, I would do tricks for them and they're the ones who said, you gotta go out.
Oh, that's a great story.
Charging everybody smiles at the time.
Yeah. I'd take tips.
Awesome.
Ishmael, how will you set up to demonstrate this? Because you'll have a lot of people around you watching. So, I mean, it's going to be important for you to be able to be visual to a lot of people.
My experience is usually how I promote, it's one by one or a small table. This is the first time I'm attempting to attract a larger audience or traffic that passes by. The only way I can think of is having a tent, a little booth tent with the table and just magic show. And as I start doing one person, more people start coming in and I jump into the next person and so on. So it's not necessarily a magic show where I'll perform like,
Right.
and everybody sits around.
It's
Maybe feel it out
interactive.
and
It's
then see how it
interactive.
works.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, you could do a little kids table
Yeah.
and then a, cocktail table or something.
Or if you find that just standing there and drawing people in works better, you can try it all. I mean.
Can I actually, I.
Right,
tested
I mean,
out
I
my
don't think that's a
tent,
problem, right?
It was windy and my
Probably
tent
not.
blew away along with
Okay.
my table, my cards and
Because it's
everything.
entertainment, so
When
yeah.
I first signed up, I did ask if I can do the tent, but actually I was wanting to ask.
You
if
can
I-
do whatever you want.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
just a little
yeah,
bit.
as an entertainer, you're not required to have a booth, the way an arts and crafts person has to have a booth, signage and all that,
But you're not gonna be singing or.
But I think he'll have crowds.
Not yet.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
once the
yeah.
word gets out,
Yeah.
you're going to have crowds around you.
Well, let's have
So
the
you're
other
gonna wanna
entertainment, like the
control the
breakdancers,
environment.
like the,
Yeah, that's
bagpipe
what I
guy,
got.
yeah.
With my tent, I did have a backdrop that I wanted to
Yes.
kind of,
Yes.
so everybody can come from
Yeah.
the front of you.
Right.
But even if it's just a standing screen behind you, that's even fine too, however you want to do it.
Photographs or Instagrams or whatever.
Just keep on doing cool tricks.
Would you be alone?
Yeah.
I work alone.
I work alone.
No kids.
My wife mentioned she'll come join me just to, let's say the controller, if things fly away or something like that. At least
Yeah, I know it would be helpful.
Yeah, like, but yeah, it'll just be either me or my wife.
Awesome.
Terrific. I think this is
Excellent.
great.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
make
Yeah,
a
this would be,
motion
oh my God, yeah.
That we invite Ishmael into Village Fest.
I'll second.
Oh, okay. I'll do a roll call vote. I'll start with Antonio.
Aye.
Sylvia? Greg?
Aye.
David?
Aye.
Cheryl?
Yes.
And myself, yes.
Yay.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Oh my God, I love that we're gonna have you there. You know, I've been fascinated with
said he has a
magic
question.
since I was a kid, but yeah. that's
We didn't ask for your life story.
I heard the previous entertainer that it's only every other, or it's twice.
I'll talk about it.
We'll figure that out, yeah.
I think it'd be a balance because
Yeah.
it's not music. It's
Yeah,
not-
audio entertainment, we can't have too many of them too close together. So, to give them all a chance, we have to,
Unless you have background music, that's,
So far, now, yeah, I wanna.
we'll figure it out with you.
you'll do good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
thank you for your interest in Village Fest.
Okay, can we move it along?
Are you Matthew? You are. So I guess that Sally Shang is not here?
I think she is.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see all the press there. Come on up because you're next. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, cool.
No, you were kind of behind his head and I looked and I said, there was only one person sitting out there.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pass this along.
You can sort of.
All right. Cool. So, my name is Dai Shang. I am a self-taught artist. For the time being, I'm making lino plus print, so it's a traditional technique with a modern flavor. My inspirations are just the daily struggles, everything we have to deal with a positive attitude. So my art is doing really well because people can relate to them. And then all the time they ask me, what's your inspirations, what's your stories? And then when they come to my stories, that's the part I love the most because I am a trained physicist. I didn't learn how to draw until 3 years ago during COVID. And then I realized that's probably my true calling because I feel doing art is not my end goal. My end goal is to be a successful artist so I can show other people you can be whoever you want to be. And then it's never too late as long as you put the work in, as long as you have passion for it. So I think that's my story about what I'm doing. And then lino cut print, I don't know if you're familiar with it. I have all my original designs draw out first on the paper, and then I transfer them to this rubber-like lino thing, and then I hand carve them out. And then people always tell me, how do you do color? So each color is its own plate. I have to align them up when I do the carving, and I have to align them up when I do the print. So each color it has its own path. That's what I do.
So you make a stencil, it's a stencil, and then you apply different colors to make different kinds of prints.
Yes.
Different.
So for example, this 3-color prints is called Rest is on the Crime because we're just grinding every day, hustling. People think just feel guilty if we even take some time off. That's my inspiration of that. So that's the 3-color, and then these are the 2-color, the lily pad, the background count, and then the cat itself. Yeah, I'm an animal lover and outdoorsy, so that's my 2 main
Your frame
subjects.
print is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
I'm a cyclist.
I was gonna say, that's very, very, very cool.
Wow.
Now, you said that it's a traditional technique.
Yeah. So do you know, for example, the big wave from Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wood block printing. It's the same thing. It just that one has more color. It's probably take 7 colors, 7 paths. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm only doing maximum 4 colors now, just because I need to find the right audience because each color needs a lot of work. I cannot raise my price there yet. That's actually my main concern now. Yeah.
What is your price for, say, the print?
For a 3-color print, these are $90, and the frame is $150.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm sorry, maybe I don't understand. If I wanted color scheme to go with a room that I'm decorating or a.
I don't do customized.
Okay.
No.
Good for you, because you get people going, I want that in.
Yeah,
orange."
exactly. It's just not the right.
Right.
And then you bastardize your own work. Yeah, that's true.
I think
You are
the
the artist.
cycler, you're gonna do really well with the cyclers. So many there's so many cyclers here.
Because I started doing cycling thing. That's my first passion. My business could not take off. There's no cyclist, no outdoor field by myself. And then I have 2 cats. I love them so much. I started doing cats thing. That's where I find my footing actually. Yeah.
Really?
The cyclers are you're gonna see.
There is also a lot of hikers here. A lot of people go hiking. So doing something similar like that with like people
Yeah.
walking.
I was gonna say, you could get into the golf market, you could get into the tennis
my
market.
God.
Those are huge.
Pickleball.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Oh, God.
Your work is just incredible.
We all want to invest in it. I
Yeah.
love that stuff.
Do you teach as well?
I don't, because the workshop is, first, I don't have a place. And then second, because these are, they need the tools, they need the wood carving tools. That's a small, not too much investment, but I feel if I give them illustration, that's fine, that's cool to teach. But if anyone want to go deeper, the hard part is how to come up with a design. The carving part is the easier part to me.
Are you in any of the galleries here in town?
Where, sorry?
Any of the art galleries here in town?
I'm not, no.
Okay.
You might be.
You're gonna wind up there.
Thank you. Yeah, last time, because before I vended at Melrose Trading Post, there are a couple of galleries from Texas, and then they bought a few prints they really like for their home, and they asked me if I wanted to be in the gallery. And then I was just thinking, if I go into the gallery, I should either I double my price because they charge 50%, or I need to eat my own cost on my own website. So that's the thing. I'm still debating how to do that part.
Because you have a website that's already priced.
Yes.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's the hard part. That's why I'm not in any gallery now.
You know, there is an art festival once a year in La Quinta that is really incredible. And you should be in it.
Southwest.
Yes, I'm in that.
Oh, you
Good.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Excellent. Wow.
I see 2
Wow.
different styles, right? I mean, there's the the bicycle, which is the modern look, and then the lily pads. and
Cat lily
flower.
pads.
What other
Motifs.
would be displayed at your booth?
For now, it will just be this one, these ones, yeah.
Okay,
However, I am diving into an oil painting too, so I might have to get approved for that in the future, so that
Okay.
will be.
That would be a different process and a
Yeah,
very
yeah,
different look.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But you could put them in the same booth because it's all your art, so it would be okay. Yeah.
And year round or
Uh,
season?
year round, yeah, year round.
Oh, yeah, they're right on here.
Year.
So there's oil paintings, thank you, Antonio, on here listed. But you don't have any to show us at this
I
point.
don't
right?
have
You don't
yet,
have
'cause
any that
I-
you're doing yet, okay.
What I created, it just doesn't meet my standard, I feel like it's not
Okay.
good enough to.
So what we'll do, Faith, we need to remove the oil paintings and then once she
That's
does
totally
some,
fine, if you wanna
have
do
them,
that.
have her come before us or?
Oh, because she
leave out
doesn't
there?
have them to show you.
Hey, well, she hasn't even done them.
Right.
You know, She's
So maybe-
tried,
yes.
it, yeah.
So-
So we'll remove that.
Yeah.
The oil paintings. And so excited to have your beautiful artwork.
You
My
have some
goodness.
really wonderful vendors. Time around.
If I can just add something, and again, you're very talented and it's great work. I just like to see more. I would, if you've seen it and I don't know if she's coming to come back with
Well, I
something
think
new all
it's,
the
there's
time.
gonna be different colors and different,
Oh, you can do different, that's what I wasn't understanding then.
right.
So I can get the lily pad in the red, is that right?
Yes, I could, but I don't take customers' orders.
You're gonna make a bunch of.
Yeah, I
little
don't-
wall-
I can look at it and say, oh, this matches my
Right.
ring, I'll take it, as
Right.
opposed to,
Yeah.
that's what I was not understanding.
Oh, okay, cause I ink these.
Yeah.
So I pick the color.
I mean, if you had a whole table of different colors,
Oh, I have a whole table of different designs.
now I get.
Design.
Yeah.
Show them the
30 plus
design.
design, it's not just only these two. Yeah, I only bought these two.
Sorry, stupid.
No, it's not at all. It's a good question. Absolutely beautiful work. So without further ado, and Matthew is being so patient back there in the corner. Can I get a motion on the floor for this beautiful artwork here? Antonio,
Motion to get Shane Daly.
Yeah.
Into the Village Fest.
okay,
Great.
can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay. And we'll do a roll call vote. Cheryl Idell,
Yes.
David Anderson,
Yes.
Greg Roberts.
Yes.
Celia Garton,
Big yes. Thank you.
Antonio Alvarez.
Yes.
And myself, Dan Ganelli, yes, absolutely.
Yay.
Absolutely love your, and my apologies for not noticing you back there. You were so quiet and patient,
Thank you.
Thank you.
but
Thank you.
absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to see this stuff on the street and see it. It's gonna be a, yes, yes.
Beautiful
Beautiful,
art.
yeah, quality stuff. Okay.
Last
Matthew,
but not least.
last but not least is right. Thank you, Celia.
Zoom call.
Oh, okay.
The person that got it. Dan. Dan.
Howdy.
Hello.
First. second.
Ooh,
Are you selling your pants too? Because I might have to have a pair of them.
That's right.
I walk around, people say, I love your pants.
Did you make those?
I make. those.
Yeah, I
Splattered
paint
them.
on everything. And
At least somebody like that for 5 years.
I haven't figured out a way yet to
This doesn't show the address.
specifically these pants. They're
Yeah.
made by a company and it's beautiful. And I love them. And I haven't quite figured out a way to get them, paint them and sell them you know, in a way that would be reasonable for them, for the buyer and for and for myself. So,
Can you pass some of these things?
yeah, absolutely. Let me just pull these
I
out.
like his back.
I knew you were gonna say
I
that.
like that. Wow.
Oh, those are awesome. Yeah.
More.
So they're tied without buckles or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you added up.
Yes.
Oh, no, you don't.
So I'm Matt Armando. I'm an artist
Where's our signs?
and currently I am
Just realize that.
I'm working in mixed media on leather. Every one of my pieces is created from scratch. And feel free to open it up. They all should have a title in them.
Thank you.
And it's just passing around. These I just kind of left the price tags on so you can kind of get an idea for how that works.
I smell authentic. I smell.
Oh, I love the smell.
And I did not mean to go there with any.
We're not going there.
We're not.
Oh, I see. So you name them.
Oh, yeah, so
This is a cool idea for a woman wallet.
these, I don't really,
I think they're unisex, right?
pretty much.
Yeah.
No, I know, but this is a little large for my back pocket.
I get surprised. Here's mine.
That one I could do.
That's the same
That's what I could
size.
do. No, that's a little smaller than that. That's this size.
This way.
This I saw at the guide wallet.
And then
These are belts.
a couple of little pouches.
So these lace up.
So
Oh, these are the paint.
Guess you use the string.
thematic. Yeah, broadly thematically. So I do multimedia work on leather. I start from just the raw, half a hide. So the belts, I know it looks a little confusing. The belts are not finished. Because if you want one or someone
I
else
see,
wants
okay.
one,
Okay.
and the sizes are different. Someone comes up, says, I want that belt, and then I have a sizing belt. I size them and then I finish it. And then
Now,
they
do you
come
provide
back.
the buckles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now,
and also the keeper, which is,
Yeah.
keeps the end of the
are
string.
you at the La Quinta art fair as well?
I've applied to it and I'm awaiting. They haven't closed.
Because I bought a belt there this year.
Did you?
I mean, yes, I did.
I was
It's
there
wider.
walking around.
It's a real
in
wide one,
pants
yeah.
like this with people asking, are you an artist here?
Yeah.
I guess you do.
These are cool.
Down,
Now, do
guess
you
you
do
could-
different widths of these?
the big one.
Yeah, so these are all 1.5. That's the primary width that I work in.
What are you wearing, two?
This is 1.5.
Oh,
And I didn't.
I was wanted two. I wanted to put it two.
I didn't bring any, but I also do kind of these 2-inch utility belts.
No, those. came-
And I'm about to start doing some 1.25 inch belts that are not quite as wide.
You know what's nice about these leather bags? Usually leather bags, you can't put a lot of stuff in. These are really spacious inside.
Yeah, so I make, currently there's 3, I only brought 2 of the actual sizes, but that's call that the compact, and that's basically the standard.
And you do all this.
So those are actually
Oh, it's a
designed
belt bag.
after the military lensatic compass
On your
case. Yes, that doesn't fit the bag, but I've kind of redesigned. Yeah, those will go on your belt. The other thing that these will do, the latest version.
There you go, Dan.
That's so cool.
This is so cool.
Yeah, so you can wear them on,
I'm
there's some that are a little bit
Which one is
wider.
that? Is that the compass pouch?
Yeah,
That's like a track
yeah, that-
I look like an old Star Trek.
that is a little bit like a track bird.
Yeah.
Old Jen. These are
On,
great.
This is the belt that I bought there, actually. It's just plain. But I wanted a thicker and I liked the leather. And I didn't love the buckle it had, honestly. I wanted a bigger buckle, but
well,
I've yet to find a new one for it.
when you, if you buy a belt from me,
This is a big
it
phone.
gets finished.
Yeah.
And you get a buckle with it, but they all open up with either Chicago screws or snaps.
Yeah.
So if you have a buckle that you want to swap out.
And if I had a buckle and I brought it to you, you could do that too.
Oh, yeah, for
So
sure.
your belt,
For sure.
your belt, is that meant to be for a phone or?
No.
Oh.
Those are actually designed after a US military lensatic compass case.
Okay.
So it's the exact same
what
size,
would
It's
someone put,
essentially designed after
For
that.
cigarettes in the old
It
days.
could work for that. and
Or if
maybe
you're
a little
Batman, you
short.
put a bunch of them and one has this,
There you
all
go,
your
yeah,
different
oh,
things.
Yeah, I
You
almost brought it, but I didn't, but I have a,
You don't have, you have a Batman piece?
well, I have a utility belt. I
I have
also
a
build
friend that wants it.
utility belts that have an
I
aluminum.
want that piece right there is what I want.
Aluminum locking buckle that can be worn attached to your belt like an overbelt. They could also be worn with suspenders, so you can, everything I do, a lot of this stuff is kind of designed to be modular. So these, the newest variation of these will actually slide on. So for example, if you were wearing this and you wanted, you could literally put a whole bandolier, 3 or 4 or 5 of them up in the back, or or you could, you could just, these are just triggers, so they just come off. So you could wear it with the buckle in the back and put a bunch up here and keep your, I usually have a bunch of Zots in one, the fine Italian hard candy.
Are these the same size?
These are the same size, correct. These are 8.5 by 8.5 by 2 inch. And these are those are 7.5 by 7.5 by 1 inch, and then I've got another one that's 8.5 by 10 inch. It's just a little bit deeper.
Now, the compass cases, do you do that in different sizes or orientations, like narrow or taller or anything like that?
Yeah, there are,
Because you can put eyeglasses in one if it's a little bit taller.
exactly,
Car keys if you're
I
wearing
make one of these that is essentially the same width as this, but it's shallower.
Yeah.
And it's got 2 straps on the back, so you could wear it on a belt.
It's almost like a fanny pack.
You could wear it kind of, on a belt, anywhere on a belt. Everything I do is kind of
modular,
it's utilitarian, and I try to be pretty modular.
Good.
Wow.
Um,
The craftsmanship.
Source of leather.
So the leather is sourced from various suppliers. I mean, Weaver Leather Supply, Springfield Leather Company. But I buy it all in, big pieces.
And do you color it? Do you?
Everything. It's a combination of.
So you do tanning and painting?
I don't tan it. I don't tan it. Unless I dye it. A lot of the leather, most of the leather that I dye, most of the leather that I buy is natural veg tan. So that's essentially that color that you see. And then depending on what I'm thinking or what I'm working on, it's a combination of dyeing, of painting, of sanding, of laser etching. And I create the stuff that I'm gonna laser etch onto it. So it's kind of like a multiple step thing.
So how the things that you painted on, how resilient are those? Like the handbags, will that paint scratch or?
They may scratch,
Uh-huh.
if something sharp were to hit it, but they're not.
Does it weigh out?
They're on, except where I have sanded them.
Okay.
Like a lot of these, sometimes it's actually, a lot of what I'm going for is stuff that looks like it's been around for a while. Also something that maybe,
Patina.
patina, but also an idea that somebody may have got something through a portal and added their own thing to it. And then it kicked around for 1,000 years and went to someone else and they added something to it. So that's kind of the way I look at it.
So to color the inside of a bag or the back of a belt like this, like look at this one. This one has the same color on both sides. That would be tanned, right? That's why it's not making black on
So
the white pants.
the tanning is the process that takes the raw cowhide and turns it into leather.
Okay.
That can then be used.
Oh, okay.
And
Gotcha, yeah.
broadly speaking, when it's
So it's dyed.
finished, it looks kind of like that.
So am I talking about dyeing?
So that belt is dyed, and that belt is probably that dyed or dip dyed, which allows the leather, which allows the dye to penetrate all the way through.
And do you do any of that with either the belt or the bag?
I don't usually dip dye.
Okay.
I just
curious.
Yeah, I just typically don't.
How about the bracelets?
So the bracelets, actually I forgot to pull it up. So the bracelets are just kind of a fun. I know I heard a lot about sustainability and reducing and such.
I'm gonna
So
wait
I
there
didn't
forever
a
regardless.
lot
I'm
of,
not gonna get into that.
a lot of my, when you start with a whole hide and you cut out something that's square, you
Yeah.
end up with.
Sure.
Every leather worker has bins of scraps.
Yep.
So I take a lot of those and turn them into small things.
Yep.
So, these are just little inexpensive bracelets, kind of the
Can you
same
pass them
idea.
around?
I'm sorry?
Pass them around.
Oh, yeah.
You would be something, because it wasn't on your list.
I
I didn't see it, maybe.
I may have.
We can add
I
it.
just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I thought-
No, I apologize. I may have forgotten to add that specific thing.
Would you make those personally?
Yeah,
at the booth?
exactly.
That's
So,
great. I mean, so show.
so these are, they're just small, inexpensive little things. Someone can, come over, pick one out, and then I size it, and then I finish it, put the other end of the snap.
Put the snap on it, yeah.
So, someone might start with a long one and say, oh, only want it to go around twice. Or I only
Yeah.
want it to go around once.
Do you do a leather cuff?
I haven't made any.
I wish I
They're
had the
actually
one
out
with
there.
me that I bought in London. I'm gonna
I-
bring it to your booth
I
one day for
was
you to see it.
just gonna say, I actually have a whole bunch that I'm designing right now.
So the ones that I saw that I really liked, I bought one in London, they're more dyed like this belt and a little softer like that. But they start out thick and they come around and then there's a thinner strap and it has just one, it's like a post with a ball and it pushes on. It has a
Exactly
few-
what you're talking about.
and I get so many compliments on it. It's like crazy when I wear it and I'm always hesitant to wear it because I'm not really that much of it. I just
We're
really
kind of
wear a
hearing
watch.
about your wardrobe.
I know.
Let's just talk
Love
about
these.
some of the people that are coming.
I'm gonna bring it
before
to you,
us,
though.
please.
I absolutely love these.
How much would the bracelets be?
So the bracelets are,
Like a single, double?
15 with one snap, 18 with two snaps.
That's great.
Mainly just to cover.
Those are great.
I mean, what a great thing to sell, right?
They can also be an anklet, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, they can, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Would you be able to man the booth or have somebody with you or?
I am not familiar enough with VillageFest.
Have you been before?
I haven't, well. How long has it been going on?
30 years.
I probably have. I used to come down here as a kid in the 70s.
Where is Awanga?
Awanga?
Awanga, that too.
Awanga is if you go back
I
up to
guess it, right?
74, Fort Idlewild. And then
Oh,
you
sure enough.
hit the 371 and go up and over to the Anza Valley.
Okay.
So essentially I'm at the top of the hill before you drop down into Temecula. That is Awanga.
Well, beautiful, beautiful
Unbelievable
products
stuff.
and
So
nothing
unique.
like we don't have anything like this either. We have some other handbag people, but yours are totally different.
You may want to consider having somebody with you to assist, because that stuff could go.
It could.
If you were to do demonstrations or make bracelets or anklets or rings or whatever, people will be lined up.
A lot of times what I'll do is, if I don't get to it because people are so busy asking questions and buying stuff, fantastic.
Yeah.
But sometimes I will bring,
Creates higher demand.
like I will get these to a certain stage and then I'll bring them and I'll literally be pounding rivets and finishing edges,
Oh, cool.
building it. Or I'll be bringing these little, patches of cased, these little patches of cased, which is essentially that is, a way that you prepare leather so that you can stamp or.
Yeah, I noticed several of them.
Or tool it.
Oh.
And sometimes I'll literally just sit there and stamp these mandalas that I sometimes use for other things when I'm in the booth, if I'm not too busy. Hopefully I won't be busy. Or I'm sorry, hopefully I will be so busy that.
Yeah, you can't do that,
That
yeah.
stuff will never get out if I'm accepted.
Wow.
I think we should.
Yeah, I think we're ready to wrap up. I absolutely love your stuff.
No, it's great.
All right. Get a motion here. Wants to make a motion?
I'll make a motion, as long as you tell us, where did Madirondack come from?
So I've kind of been on an artistic journey my whole life and back around 2016. I like utilitarian art.
Okay.
It's utilitarian and it's an art piece. So I started eons ago in art school doing ceramic vessels that were usable, that were art. So many years ago, I started making Adirondack chairs.
Okay, that's where I was wondering if there was a connection.
That are painted and stuff. So you sit in it. In fact, the chair that I usually bring to my shows is kind of painted in my style.
I wondered if that might be a connection and possibly
Yeah.
something you would consider for the future.
The only problem with the chairs is that moving them.
Right.
and
Yeah.
stuff is-
You need two people.
Right.
I would love to get you there. I think it's absolutely just spot on what we're about. Craftsmen, art, everything. Congratulations to you on my.
So you made a motion.
I did.
Anybody want a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Do a roll call vote. Antonio,
Aye.
Celia Gordon,
Aye.
Greg Roberts,
Aye.
David Anderson,
Hi.
Cheryl Idell,
Yep.
and myself,
Yes.
Dan Ganella. Aye. And congratulations and welcome. We are thrilled to have your craft.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Matt, I have to say, I want to go back. Your leather's beautiful, but if you did those jeans, Matt,
I know.
Matt, you need to think about that.
The clothing is hard because of sizing.
I know, but those.
The problem
Do them as
is that
everybody.
like this particular jean, which I love, they're great. It's like they cost a certain,
Yes.
the input,
Yeah.
well, not that the input on this stuff is not pretty expensive, but the input is pretty expensive.
Like you're buying a finished product in the jeans and you're paying for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You only wear.
Oh, no, I wash them.
Do you really?
I wear them out. I hike in them, I live in them.
What's the brand of those?
They're called Off the Grid.
Okay.
They're a little company in Escondido. They
You
have,
did the
like,
paint, you did the painting though, right?
oh, yeah.
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 Well, you're gonna do really, really well.
Yeah.
And
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
you
Welcome to
probably have
VillageFest.
pictures of your Adirondack chair, just in case somebody wants to like special order one or.
I love the fact that he brings it to him. I think that's great. This is, we
Yeah.
don't have enough, in my opinion. This is so
And those
hands-on and
backpacks.
personal.
I
The
love,
backpacks are kind of crazy.
I love the
Yeah.
This
backpack.
one's got a worry doll under here and a piece of hand sourced black tourmaline
That's
sewn
such
under
a
that.
great,
patch.
such a great.
So you're selling the backpacks as well?
No,
I will sell them, but the issue is that they're so, everything I do is every time I sew, it's hand stitched.
Yeah.
So like, this entire thing is hand stitched.
So I think a lot.
So
It's a lot of work.
it's
It
a
would be really
crazy, so
expensive.
you have to sell them.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
So I really
We'll buy
like that. Will you make one for me? Well, I can. It's gonna cost about
Right.
this much. And
Right.
if you like it.
right.
yeah, For sure.
I wouldn't hold you to it, but about how much you think you'd have to charge for a bag like that? Big.
It would probably be 500 or.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bag.
I think people would pay for that.
The bag.
I think
Yeah,
people will pay for it.
Yeah.
I like
They
it.
would pay for it for
Absolutely.
sure.
Beats the hell out of Louis Vuitton and they pay a lot more for that.
And those are great travel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that was.
Hey, that's what I was
Yeah,
gonna ask.
that's
a great idea.
That'd be like a weekend bag.
I was gonna say you could have several.
carry on.
Yeah, I used them as in another life, which is wrapping up, I put on giant mountain bike races. And I use them. I take them and put all my stuff in them. So.
Well, you're gonna do really well.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you in Village Fest for sure.
Very excited. I heard about it from the artistic perspective from an artist who was at Idlewild Art in the Park. He came up and talked my ear up and said, it's quite a process. I think your stuff would be pretty good. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna take the process. and go with it."
Really
Well, it's well worth it
So,
for us.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
And thanks for your patience to wait till the
Does
end.
he have all?
But we did save the best for
I got
last.
to
so
learn, more.
there you go.
Everything he brought is.
You have-
good. All right. Let's try to roll up. this
Yeah.
up. It's 8:00.
I'm gonna be.
Go ahead, she's just getting them adjusted for.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay, all right, so,
Thank you.
No unfinished business, new business, we have sustainability on here.
So I'll just mention, I did email with Lindsay Page, the Sustainability
Thank you.
Director. I'm gonna meet with her in August just to get a quick debrief, and then we'll have her attend our board meeting in September. And then we need to create a process, maybe we can create a subcommittee of a process of implementation of the city's guidelines for their advancement of sustainability.
So are they ready to go?
They are.
Because I saw her present on the council meeting about a month or two ago.
In terms of events, they are ready to go. Mhm.
Okay, and what will the time frame be that that they'll take? In other words, how long will they allow everyone to catch up?
Well, we'll have to figure that out, and when I meet with her in August, I'll
Yeah.
ask for that, but it was as of January 2023. So we
Okay.
do need to move our process along quickly. But there's an educational time period that we need to do with our vendors, provide them with some vendors, provide our vendors with vendors to reach out to for the product needed. So we'll just need to put a timeline together and then start talking to our vendors about that.
Okay,
Sounds good.
and do you see that as a difficult process to get them retrofitted, the existing vendors? Obviously the new vendors, we just make it a requirement, that's not that. Should we start making it a requirement from now, or do we not have enough guidelines?
I would wait until we've met with sustainability
All right.
and then implement.
All right. Great, wow, what's her name again? Lindsay?
Lindsay Page, they call her
McCoy.
LP.
Great, okay. Any reports? Public? Board reports? No?
Is this the place to ask if there's been any movement at all on the time change for?
There has not
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
I will follow.
We were trying to get that in before they went on recess, right? But that's not gonna happen?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
There's that agenda has not been set
I
yet.
think they only have one more meeting. don't
One more
they?
meeting.
Yeah.
Canine mayors are quite important.
I know. It was cute though. Joy, any Main Street comments?
Just that we're working on the Palm Springs, on the bulk program, businesses open late Thursday. Just trying to get some people to commit to being part of that and wanting to promote that they are open late on Thursdays during VillageFest.
Are you gonna do the same promotion with signs in the windows and all that?
Yes, Jasmine and I have been talking about it a little bit. I'm hoping she got the graphic that I sent her. That was our old one, but it's a little brash for downtown Palm Springs. I hope we could come up with something better. I think the original that was yellow and black is a lot better than the red, black and yellow. It's just a little too bold, I think. But we're working on it, and we'll come back to you with that as soon as we have more information.
Great, sounds good. Okay, subcommittee reports. Greg, anything new? No, okay. And we call it recruitment and retention, but for those who have just joined, it started out as a recruitment and retention effort, and we really then morphed it into reviewing all the categories, subcategories. There's a lot of categories for categorizing vendors, and we have gone through that list and we've culled it. And is that new culled list official now? Are we starting to use it? Yeah.
On the staff level?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
I think that's more, I thought I understood it to be more of how you guys are categorized when they come into VillageFest, when you do the breakdown.
But
Is how I
don't
understood it.
don't you keep a breakdown so that you can do stats every once in a while? Do you keep a sub breakdown, or do you only keep the breakdown by the top level categories?
So on that level, yes, we will report back to the board on a quarterly basis based on the breakdown that was approved at our board.
That's what we
meeting. Yes.
agreed about.
That's what I was.
That's what we-
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought
That's
you
what we
meant with a
agreed to.
day-to-day basis, but no, yes, we will.
So on a
yes.
daily basis, you don't go through every category and look at all the vendors?
We do not.
And
Kidding.
we still had a couple of types of categories that we were limiting.
yes.
Yes,
Is that in
yes, that has
effect
been
now?
implemented. Yes,
Okay.
that's gonna come back up in
I
a minute.
thought soap was on that. No,
I think we said personal body products like the lotions is what we said, but if for the next meeting, if you can just come back with a summary of that, of what we which
Are
categories
limited.
are on hold or limited or sunsetted, because we have new board members, so everyone will understand that'll be a good idea, and we should probably have an updated list of those categories now as they stand after we call them.
Will do.
Okay. Staff reports.
Okay, so I'm gonna be brief. Because we missed a few meetings, we did have some items that would have come before you prior to participation. But we did have a couple of kind of special one-time things that happened at Village Fest over the last month. So one of them, I'm sure, or I hope at least everybody on this board has heard of. CVAG is working on a grant for the bridge on Indian Canyon. So they came out to Village Fest just to do some community outreach. They have to acquire a certain amount of residential participation in order to apply for the grant. So they came out on June the 22nd. So I just want to make sure that the board was aware of that.
And that's on Indian Canyon on the way up to
Desert Hot Springs or the freeway.
Yep, okay, yep, gotcha.
Is that signature gathering?
No, actually, you had to use kind of like a QR code and you had to, I think you had to put your own, address in because I want to make sure people were residents and how they were impacted by the closure.
It's a survey though.
Yeah, count me in.
Yeah, we've all gotten it in the mail as well.
I'll try and- yeah, I think it's right here. I'll give it to you after
Thank
this
you,
board
Melissa.
meeting. The second item was.
Or you could email it to all of us. That would be helpful. That way we can all, if you haven't had a chance, but
No problem.
totally agree.
Write that down. The Palm Canyon Theater is. Yes, Palm Canyon Theater is doing Mean Girls, the high school version play. They wanted to come out and just promote the play. So they came out on June 22nd and the 29th, and then just did a little bit of the show. And then just handed out some flyers regarding.
Get some good PR on that.
When is the show?
It's going on now. It's going on now.
It's already open? Are they coming back?
It started,
No.
I think
Okay.
it starts at 17.
All right.
It opened on the 7th.
The 7th.
July 7th.
I knew it was a 7.
One of the original actors from the show, in the movie was there and. it
Oh,
was a
nice.
great
Oh.
show.
He lives out here. I
Yeah,
can't remember his name.
No, he just sold the house, Bennett.
Oh,
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he just sold the
I
house.
just read that. Okay, and then regarding some limitations that we placed at our last meeting, we got a request from Tesla. We have a current hold on any sort of commercial vendors. So they were inquiring whether they could bring a vehicle down and kind of highlight the vehicle and their storefront. So we were going to bring it before you as if they have not done it. We have not approved anything of that nature, but we're going to bring it before you to see if you would consider that as an option if we wanted to give them that opportunity.
So you want to discuss it now, or are you saying you want to bring it before? it's-
Well, we can make a staff level decision, but we're not going to make a decision based on the board is not in favor of it.
I wouldn't be in favor of
Yeah,
any
I'm
more
not-
commercial vendors
I'm not in
because,
favor of it
yeah,
either.
it sort of exacerbates exactly what we were trying to eliminate,
Yeah.
I think.
it's, it
or
could show a
amplify.
favoritism
Right.
and get political, I
Yeah.
think. I mean, I love the concept, but
And then we're
it's,
gonna get every car company wanting to
exactly,
bring their
if
car
they get
in,
it, why don't we?
right?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
So,
That's all. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, one more item. We did.
do
want
we
to-
need to take a vote on that, or?
No,
you're okay with- Okay, that's fine,
no,
okay.
it's just for discussion. Papooses 503, which is the current vendor at Village Fest, is opening a storefront in Cathedral City. So we wanted to provide the board notification, maybe we could visit them. They are on Deep Palm Drive. Is that right? Deep Palm, but
I
yes,
think it's common Ramon.
yeah, near the Stater Brothers.
Oh,
Their
yes.
soft opening is tomorrow, July the 12th, and then their grand opening is July the 14th.
So this is their first brick and mortar and they
Yeah.
started at Village Fest?
Yeah.
Another one.
We need those
Yeah,
immortalized.
that was their goal with starting Village Fest is that was what they wanted to do. So, and
Wow, I
they've
love
come a
this.
long way and they did Coachella this year. so we're happy about
What kind
that.
of food is it?
The
Papooses.
pupusas.
Ah,
Mhm.
They're right, located right in front
And
of.
I
they
think
in
that
the
this
shopping
will
center
have-
with
they'll be able to
Stater
offer
or-
some other
Oh,
offerings.
with Stater.
Is that where that
Across from the hotel,
China
isn't
8
it?
is and
No, no,
Panda
Dave
Express?
Palm,
Dave Palm and Ramon.
Landau.
Oh, sorry.
Other Stater.
Ramon.
Ramon.
Oh, Ramon.
great.
That's where I'm talking, or you must
No,
be
I was,
across the
I
street.
was at the other Stater Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
this Chino.
This
Yeah,
Gino.
great.
You're so mad.
That's awesome. So did you want to plan that we go there together and do something, or that
No,
we
not
just
necessarily, just letting.
stop in
you all
and let them know
know.
who we are and say, hey, we're so happy for you, type thing?
Congratulations. Absolutely.
Very cool.
If you can.
So it's called Papusa. This
503.
is Pupsis. Papusa 503.
Spell that.
and it's on,
No, don't ask me.
it's PUPUSA is, I believe. And it's on Date Palm and Ramon.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Most of it.
Excellent. Very nice.
You
All
have a
right.
hand raised.
Okay, and who's ready? Joy Meredith Brown, raising her hand.
May I request that at the beginning of the next meeting that the new board members have an opportunity to introduce themselves and what brings them to Village Fest and what they're hoping to give and take from the experience?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good
Yep.
idea, Joy.
Great.
So it's good that we wait so they have time to prepare their campaign speech. for us, right?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Cheryl, you'll have to do it on camera, so. try to
My
do something
camera,
visual.
can you see me now?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can see you.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. It's also
Yeah.
11, it's also 11:15
I
here,
know,
so
I know, and you're
I'm
holding
trying
up
to stay
really well.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, we're done actually, so, can I get a, is that it, guys? Anything else? Can I get a motion to?
I
adjourn?
move that we adjourn.
Gee, Celia, that's unlike
Yes,
you.
She didn't hesitate, did she?
can I ask, is there's no meeting in August? We adjourn now till September?
Go
Is that-
dark in August.
So we go dark in August.
Okay.
Are there any vendors to review on July 25th, or are we?
Not as of now.
So at this point, we're not sure if we're having a meeting on July 25th. We would normally, but only if we need to, and if we don't have vendors, then we'll cancel it.
I do need a second.
Mhm.
Second.
Greg was already the second. All right, so we'll do the roll call vote because we have to do that this time. Cheryl, okay to adjourn?
Good
Are you
night.
adjourned?
Yes, yes, good night.
Okay.
I need to go to sleep.
David,
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
Celia.
I still want to stick around a little bit longer.
Yeah, let's do that. Somebody get the cocktails out.
No.
Antonio, and myself, yes. Okay, this meeting is officially adjourned. Cheryl, thank you for staying up so late. We really appreciate
Yes,
it.
thank you.
And the meetings are not usually this long, so we apologize that your first meeting was a grueling one.
Thank you, Antonio. Nice to meet you.